Chin Music of Baseball Podcast, episode 69. We're just checking up on our YouTube channel to make sure we are live. Quick little mic check. Our YouTube channel, make sure we are live. Well, we are live. Only problem here is the settings. What is going on here? The audio's a little off. I do not like the audio. Okay, that should be better there. I hope it is. All right, Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 69. Killah Noez here. What is good? Just starting off with the live stream over on YouTube. We'll get started over on our Twitch channel, which I will admit, man, on our Twitch channel, we do get the full Monty there, the full production, if you will, of Chin Music. And if you click on the link is on the description. You'll see what I'm talking about. So feel free to join us over on our Twitch channel. But if not, keep it locked right here. If you guys are busy working, you guys just want to listen to the game, I got you on the play-by-play. Thank you so much for pulling up. We're just getting started here as I'm getting ready to go live over on my Twitch channel. I should be going live in about 5 minutes. In the meantime, some of the talking points that we do want to talk about is the fact that Tyler Glasnow is back on the bump for the Dodgers. What do we expect from Tyler Glasnow? Will the leash be taken off of Tyler Glasnow, or will he be on an innings or pitch count? I mean, he was pitching at least 75 pitches out in AAA when he was making rehab starts. So 75 pitches should give the Dodgers about 3 to 4 innings, you would think, right? But we are looking at the starting lineup for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Will Smith back in the starting lineup, batting third. Freddie Freeman, Andy Pages, Tommy Edman back in the starting lineup, Miguel Rojas, Yustiri Reese, and James Outman. Now, there is speed in the outfield, but unfortunately, it's going to be inexperience. So you see Andy Pages in right field, James Outman in center, and Yustiri Reese in left field. So you do get more speed, but unfortunately, I believe you lose a little bit of experience, and definitely offensively, you are aching in the outfield. Unfortunately, I do not expect. Well, maybe we do. We should expect James Outman and Yustiri Reese to kind of get something going offensively, but I wouldn't count on it too much. So definitely the offense is going to be a little bit weak with both Yustiri and Outman in the starting lineup. But again, Edman gets the start over at second base for the Dodgers. He'll be playing second base. Edman's batting .239 with 10 home runs this season for LA. And great to see Tommy Edman back in the lineup. And hopefully Tommy Edman can try to bring a spark to this Dodger lineup that's been kind of struggling. So we'll see what he's able to do. Anyway, first pitch is coming up 11:10. This is the series finale. Dodgers trying to avoid losing 6 in a row. Ay caray. And we'll see if they could do that. Mr. E-Dog, E-Dog, I just set up the YouTube, brother. I'm going live on Twitch in about 10:45, so in about 3 minutes, brother. Thanks for popping in here, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm doing the simulcast or the dual stream today. See if we could get some sort of stragglers over on YouTube, since it's an early game. That's the reason why I decided to also stream over on YouTube. But yes, I'll be starting up the stream in about 2 minutes or so. But yes, we will be live on Twitch, brother. I got you on the full Monty there. We actually, for lack of a better term here, but I'm not trying to out myself, but we do bust out the game over on the Twitch. Just saying. Okay, just want to make sure something didn't happen behind the scenes that I wasn't aware of. No problem. Oh yeah, man, trust me, E-Dog. If something was to happen over on Twitch, man, definitely would let you know about it. But no, so far so good, brother. Just doing the simulcast, that's all. As a matter of fact, I need to. I'm gonna start up my Twitch here, and I'm also gonna try the main camera here to make sure we're good. And then I got my webcam on deck just in case. Okay, we look good there. Let's go to the overlay real quick. Okay, so I think we got everything situated here. We're about to go live over on the Twitch channel. I'll see you there, E-Dog. We're about to go live right now, brother. Chin Music Baseball Podcast, episode 69. Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 69. Killah Noez here with another edition of Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Shouts to Access, who says he's first. Don't know what's that, but E-Dog says he's second. Yeah, Access likes to come in here really early, E-Dog, and he likes to just say, I'm first. Like present. I'm the first one in line. Shouts to Access. Who always wants to be our leadoff hitter. And he made it. Nalos Musica is here as well. So there we go. We got the 1, 2, 3 hitters in the house. That's what's up. That's a good lineup. That's already a good lineup right there. I like it. DJ Access leading off, followed by E-Dog, and then Nalos Musica. I like it. It's a good lineup already going on. Well, welcome in, guys. We'll see if the Dodgers are able to finally snap the 5-game skid. Ay. And it starts with the offense, man. Let's not front, man. The offense has been scuffling, to say the least. They've been doo-doo. I mean, we're talking about an offense that has scored, 1 run in the last, 4 out of 5 games or something like that? Oh, man, it's not really good right now. Let's just say that. Definitely not good. So all eyes on that offense. Where's the offense? Have you guys seen the offense? I haven't. Jeez. All right, guys. You guys ready to call your shot? You guys want to call your shot? Who will be the first Dodger to hit a home run? Have you guys done it already? Oh, and this is the updated leaderboard. Shouts to DJ Access. Double digits for Access. Congrats, brother. There you are. Happy Wife also got the point yesterday, so she gets to, I believe, 3 points. Yep. Climbing up the leaderboard. I see her. So you guys let me know. Who do you guys want to go with? Access says, first, just like Ohtani. E-Dog, I think today I'll take Ohtani, and I know he'll probably won't hit one now. But oh, well. Sometimes you got to go with the hot hand. I understand, E-Dog. I'm still thinking about it. Who do I want to go with? Wait, I was already higher, says Access. I sure it's right. What are you talking about, Access? Are you talking about the leaderboard? Oh, and then also, don't forget, guys, the return of Tyler Glasnow on the bump. So if you guys also let me know, what do you guys expect from Tyler Glasnow? How many innings? How many strikeouts? So that's what we're kind of keeping tabs on. And shout outs to E-Dog, who actually predicted correctly. I didn't give you your due, E-Dog, but you actually predicted correctly that Kershaw was going to strike out 3, and that's exactly how much strikeouts he had yesterday. Now, the Miz had 12 strikeouts in yesterday's ball game. But yeah, you predicted correctly that Kershaw was going to strike out 3 Brewers, and indeed he did. So congrats on that. All right, X says, give me Mookie leaderboard. Yes. Oh, you want to go with Mookie? I'll take 5. All right. You'll take 5 what? Strikeouts or innings? All right. I don't want to get too confused here. But Excess, do you want me to put you down for Mookie Betts? Or is that right? You going with Mookie Betts? Excess? That's kind of breaking news there, right? Nat loves Musica. Did you? Let me see. Nat, who do you want to go with? Do you want to go with Freddie? Or do you want to go with Otani? Let me know, guys. Right now is the time to let me know. I'll put you guys down if I see it. E-Dog, who do you want to go with? Oh, E-Dog wants to go with Otani. I'll put E-Dog down for Otani. I think that was clear. Just waiting for confirmations on both Excess and Nat. Okay, Nat's going with Otani. And Excess is predicting 5 strikeouts from Tyler Glasnow. Okay. How many innings do you think he'll pitch? I don't know why. I'm guessing 4 innings. I hope he gives 4 innings. Dodgers need it. All right. Excess is playing with house money, I think. He's like, all right, now now that I got myself a good lead, I'll take Mookie Betts now. I see you working, brother. All right, and then Glasnow, we'll have the little side predictions here on the side. Excess says 4 innings, 5 Ks. That sounds about right, Excess. Now the strikeouts, I hope he go. Let me see. I'll say 4 innings for Glasnow. Strikeout. I'll say 4. You know what? I'll go 6 Ks. And I hope. I mean, dude, I'm not trying to. Where's here? Knock on wood, man. I hope he comes out of this all right. The last thing Dodgers want to see is Tyler Glasnow not come out of this outing in good health. Now, keep in mind, he has been putting rehab starts in AAA, has been pitching 70, 75 pitches. So he's been putting in work down there. So there's no reason for him not to come out of this outing healthy. Just saying. All right, E-Dog's putting up his Glasnow prediction. E-Dog says 5 innings. Let's hope for that. I'm going to go with 6 strikeouts as well. Oh, man, I hope you're right, brother. 5 innings. 5 innings, 6 strikeouts. And then if I got this correct, Nat, you're also taking Otani, correct? I think she is. So Nat and E-Dog are going with Otani. Access is going with Mookie. Will Smith is back in the lineup. I'm looking at Will Smith here. You know what? I'm taking Big Willie style. I'll jump on Will Smith. There it is. Oh, wow. They're talking to Danny Lehman. He rarely gets any airplay. See, I don't even think I've heard Danny Lehman talk before. And for those who don't know, Danny Lehman is the bench coach for the Dodgers. You always see him around. Dave Roberts in the dugout. He's the one that's making the calls on the replays, whether to see if the Dodgers should challenge or not. That's Danny Lehman, one of the unsung heroes in the Dodgers coaching staff. Gizmo with the check-in. Gizmo, good morning. Welcome into Chin Music episode. I know it says 68, but nah, man, this is 69. What the hell? Episode 69. Let me make the change here. Holy moly. All right, there it is. Episode 69. Welcome in. We're also live over on YouTube, but all the fun is here on Twitch, though. Let's keep it real. Any relation to Buddy Lehman? I'll be honest, E-Dog, I don't know who Buddy Lehman is, if that's who you're referring to. I don't know who that is. Let us know in the chat, man. Do I need to Google Buddy Lehman? Is that what you're telling me, E-Dog? My bad. I forgot to zoom in. I thought it was Lee. Oh, Buddy Lee. No, it's Lehman, Danny Lehman. E-Dog trying to be silly. No, it's Danny Lehman, brother, not Danny Lee. Yeah, Access, don't forget your lunch bag, bro. And I'll be honest, man, I'm actually going to be fasting. I was contemplating, should I eat something? Now, we did have some late night Wingstop yesterday around, what was it, 9:30? A little late. One of the reasons why I was like, nah, I wasn't too worried about eating right now. So I'll definitely be hungry after the game. So I'm building up the appetite. That's for sure. So this ball game starts at 11:10. This game should hopefully be done by no later than 2 o'clock. So we're gonna be hungry by then. That'll be a good fast, and I'll be starving by then. I don't know about starving, but I'll definitely be hungry. Hopefully, I don't get hangry during the ball game either. Nalos Musica. What's for lunch? I don't know what's for. I don't know. I don't know. I finished the last of my cup of noodles, so I don't have that anymore. There's a couple of frozen burritos in the house. I think we finished up the chicken tinga that we had. So I might have to go out and come up on something. We'll see. Unless something magically appears. Oh, shout outs to my nephew, Julian, who should be coming down. I'm going to see if I could get him on during the game. But shout outs to his team, the Claremont All-Stars. They won one of their first tournaments, district tournaments, in their All-Star tournament. And they got first place. And now they're going to sectionals. And they play tomorrow. And I think this is pretty cool. Now, let me just let you guys know exactly. So apparently the team decided to dye their hair. You know what I'm saying? You've seen it with the WBC teams. I think it was Team Puerto Rico a couple years ago where they all decided to dye their hair blonde. So that's kind of what they're doing, which I think is pretty cute, pretty cool. Now, when I played, when I was his age, there was almost no way I would even think about asking my dad or mom, like, hey, the team's dyeing their hair. Can I dye my hair? There is no way. Like, first of all, they wouldn't let me. Second of all, I would be scared to even ask to get my hair dyed. It was my parents were like, dude, you're not wearing baggy pants. You're not cutting your hair super short. I was on that tip. So I almost want to tell my nephew, like, hey, man, you're lucky, bro. Like, not that he cares, but I just want to let him know, hey, be appreciative of your parents for letting you dye your hair. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, don't lose sight of the fact that also, and I'm glad they're having fun. And I'm glad he's actually doing it and they let him do it. I think it's pretty cool. But I just kind of want to remind them, like, hey, dude, don't forget, man, play hard tomorrow, bro. And yeah, the cool thing is that, they play out in Claremont and they're playing against a team in Upland, and they're playing out here in Covina, which is perfect because it's super close to the pad. So we'll, with no baseball game tomorrow, no Dodger game tomorrow, we'll definitely be going. Even if the Dodgers played, I'll definitely be going to my nephew's baseball game. His All-Star game tournament, sectionals. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him play. Last year they came up short, and this time around they actually won the district tournament against the same team they lost last year. That team supposedly had never lost, and they had to beat them twice this year, and they did. And they are rolling with confidence going into that sectional tournament. So good luck to the Claremont All-Stars, and shout outs to my nephew, Julian. Kid Julian, who I believe plays third base for the team. So, yeah, actually, Perps is supposed to dye his hair. He's supposed to come over to get his hair dyed, which I think he's going to look hilarious. Can't wait to see him with his blonde hair. Anyway, if I'm able to get him on here to talk to him a little bit during the game, that'd be pretty cool. We'll see if he's down to do it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have met Kid Julian. He's come out on my DJ streams before. All right, we're getting ready for first pitch. First pitch coming up in about 10 minutes. We're getting ready for intros here. Budo Chin music. Let me make sure I'm on the... Okay, we are on the right channel here. All right, cool. Budo Chin music. Yeah, you're right, E-Dog. That's because the bout wouldn't be on your pants. It would be on your ass if you did that. Exactly, brother. Yeah, some of us, we didn't have that luxury, man. And I forgot. I think I was talking to Perpat just not too long ago about like that. I was a little bit envious of friends, or of just people at school that were able to rock the baggy shorts, the skater gear, because it was always baggy, right? That was just the style back then. So I was definitely envious of those kids. Like, man, dude, like here I am rocking freaking Anchor Blues, and these guys got solos on. They got dope Tagger shirts, oversized Tagger shirts. And here I am with my regular freaking small shirt. Pretty envious. Scott Burke with the check-in. Scott, call your shot, brother. Happy Wednesday. Welcome into Chin Music episode 69. All right, we're getting ready for intros here. Let's see if I can nail this. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. Series finale between the Dodgers and the Brewers, live from American Family Field. Dodgers try to avoid the sweep. Ay caray. Got Joe Davis, Oral Hershiser on the call over on Sports in LA, right here on Twitch, and over on YouTube. You got me live, so feel free to mute me so you can listen to that. Something like that. No, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out here. Happy Wednesday going out to everybody. And yes, we are waiting for first pitch. First pitch coming up in about 8 minutes. Tyler Glasnow back on the bump for the Dodgers. First start since April 27th. What kind of Tyler Glasnow will be on the bump today over in Milwaukee? All right, this season, 5 starts, 1-0 record, 4.50 ERA, 18 innings of work. Has struck out 23, has walked 11. So it's a very small sample size for Tyler Glasnow, who will resume his season starting today. Tommy Edman back in that Dodger lineup. So good to see Tommy Edman. Teoscar is out again. Not sure if he's going to be available to pinch hit just in case. But Tommy Edman will be in the starting lineup playing second base for the Dodgers today. Scott Berg going with Will Smith. I see you, E-Doug. I see you guys. So Scott Berg joins me in picking Will Smith. Got you, Scott. Good luck. Also, Scott, we were also predicting Gizmo. Who did you get? I got my pick, Tanks. Okay, I see you, Gizmo. Gizmo taking Tommy Tanks. And again, Tommy Edman back in the Dodger lineup. Got you down, Gizmo. Good luck. Oh my God, this Oral Hershiser has these funny commercials. I know I'm not supposed to show commercials. Oh, this ain't the funny one. There's one where he's decked out in like hockey gear. And then he's making all these saves, and then then he does these weird dances. Oh my gosh, Hershiser. Oh, this might be it right here. I hope this is it. Oh no, this is another one. Okay, this is a good one too. Rotolo Chevrolet. Old man. Old man reminds me of the old man in Field of Dreams, the doctor. That's who he reminds me of. This guy right here. Forgot what the doctor's name was. Ashburn. I forget what. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, look at these dance moves. Oh my gosh, oral. Damn, super cringe. Oh man, those commercials are so cheesy, but I love them. Oh my gosh. Yeesh. Who wrote that script? Adam Sandler? Geez, so cheesy. E-Dog, I'm sure the kids and grandkids thought it was hilarious. I'm sure they did, bro. I'm sure the older kids are like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" But yeah, I'm sure the young kids though they they definitely had a laugh for that. Mizorowski, Ike Ice got the Miz man, 12 strikeouts against his Dodgers yesterday. Got the W, where the Brewers got runs for him just in time. Hey, but we got to shout out Clayton Kershaw. I know Clayton Kershaw. I don't know if his performance got swept under the rug, but he was right there with the Miz as far as keeping up, as far as keeping runs off the board from the Brewers until what was it, the fourth and the sixth. But he only gave up 3 runs, man, and he actually kept the Dodgers in the game. So shout out to Clayton Kershaw. All right, Tyler Glass now making his final warm-up tosses. He will be back, activated off the 60-day DL or IL. Ay caray. Welcome back, Tyler Glass now. And Tyler Glass now, Dodgers need you to deal. So no messing around today, brother. You're trying to end a 5-game skid and avoid a 6-game losing streak. Are you up to the challenge? Tyler Glass now, are you? Holy moly. And for the Brewers, left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana will be on the bump. Jose Quintana has been like one of those like steady pitchers in the majors. And for whatever reason, he doesn't stick around with the team. But seems like he's always solid. So he'll be pitching for the Brewers. Glass now versus Quintana. First pitch coming up in about 4 minutes. Wow, what happened to the Dodgers? A 5-game losing streak happened. Scott Burke, a lot of teams in a 162 season go through skids, and the Dodgers are kind of just going through it right now. That's all. Honestly, it seems like the offense is struggling. They're having a hard time scoring runs, clutching up with big hits. So that's been an issue. I mean, the pitching can only do so much, man, when the offense is not really producing. It's kind of like I'm trying to make an analogy here, but I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. But anyway, yeah, man. Hopefully the Dodgers are able to stop this skid. They need to get back into the winning side of things, especially in the series finale against the Brewers. Remember, they start a 3-game weekend series against the San Francisco Giants up there in Frisco. And I don't know if you guys saw that game. My brother and I were keeping tabs on both the Padres and the Giants. Padres ended up winning 1-0 over the Diamondbacks in San Diego last night. But that Giant game had a crazy ending. I don't know if you guys saw it. Phillies were up by, I don't know if they were up 2 or 3 or something like that. I think they were up by 1 or 2. And the Giants had 2 runners on in the 9th inning. And the catcher, Patrick Bailey, hit a bomb that hit off the top of the wall out there in San Francisco in Oracle Park. And that ball took a weird angle. And, man, the Philly outfielders were busting butt trying to get that ball back in the infield. And by the time they got to it, Patrick Bailey had a walk-off inside the park home run, which was just crazy. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty wild last night out there in Oracle Park for sure. So they got a crazy walk-off win. And both the Padres and the Giants won. So Dodgers, I believe in. Let's take a look here. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys good information here as far as the standings go. But the Dodgers currently, right now, are 5 games up on the Giants, 6 games up on the Padres. So despite this skid, Dodgers still kind of have a comfortable lead in the National League West, believe it or not. All right, Shohei Ohtani, 31 home runs before the All-Star break. Again, hit his 31st home run off the Miz yesterday, and he set a franchise record for most home runs before the All-Star break at 31. All right, let's take a look at that Dodger lineup again. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Andy Pajes, Tommy Edman, Miguel Rojas, Yasturi Reese, and James Outman in that Dodger lineup. And we see the sun coming out. American Family Field usually is a closed stadium, but looks like they opened up the roof a little bit. So you'll see some of the sun coming out and piercing through the stadium. Jose Quintana, left-handed pitcher for the Brewers, making his 13th start, has a 6-3 record, 3.44 on that ERA. So Dodgers facing a lefty in Jose Quintana. Pitch arsenal for Quintana: sinker, changeup, curveball, four-seamer, and he's got that slurve. 5-pitch mix for Jose. E-Dog kind of reminds me of old Cowboy Stadium with the hole in the roof. Yes, E-Dog. I see what you mean by that. Yeah, again, they have the roof halfway open, I believe. So some of that sunlight is piercing in. Wow, Dodgers this season versus left-handers. This is pretty surprising stats here. First in average, very surprising. First in OPS. Usually the Dodger offense usually has a hard time against lefties, especially against crafty lefties like Jose Quintana. We'll see how the Dodger offense does today. Again, Dodgers have lost the last 5 games, trying to avoid a 6-game losing streak. They haven't had a 6-game losing streak since like 2019, so it's been a while. So they're trying to avoid that. And there it is, American Family Field, roof halfway open. So you see a little bit of shade in the infield, but out there in left center. Oh my gosh, what a bad throw by Contreras. Out there in left center, you see the sun piercing through. Got homeboy with the towel over his head. Looks like the Dodger dugout's getting the sun. All right, Shohei Ohtani steps up to the box for the Dodgers. Leadoff hitter for LA. We're just getting started here. Top of the first, Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. It was Kim. All right, Quintana. First pitch to Ohtani. Pitch rides inside. Ohtani batting .281, 31 home runs, 57 RBIs. 1-0 pitch from Quintana. That one hits the outside corner. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mookie Betts on deck for the Dodgers. Jacob Mizorowski just hanging out there in the Brewer dugout. 12 strikeouts in yesterday's ball game. Got the dub. Quintana goes outside. Misses to Ohtani. 2-1 the count. Ohtani with a line drive to the right side. Fouled off. Ball due there to recoup the ball. Jacob Mizorowski last night versus the Dodgers in that dub. Got got the win. 12 strikeouts and 6 innings of work, allowed 4 hits, only 1 run, 1 walk. Very dominant, and he was pumped up. 23-year-old Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz. 2-2 pitch. That one just fouled off by Ohtani. Looks like he got Contreras on the right thigh. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Ohtani. We're just getting started here. Top of the first for the Dodgers. Quintana's 2-2 pitch. That's a grounder. Another foul. Another attempt for the ball dude. 2 balls, 2 strikes remains the count to Shohei Ohtani, making Jose Quintana work. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Two pitch again. Nice take by Ohtani on that pitch low and away. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Ohtani making Quintana work here in the top of the first. There you see Mookie Betts waiting his turn on deck for the Dodgers. Full count on Shohei. Quintana with the payoff pitch. Another foul ball. So Shohei Ohtani making Quintana work here. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ohtani steps out, steps back in. Will Smith in the hole for the Dodgers. Sun beating down on him. Quintana back to the bump. Payoff pitch again. Ohtani pops his foul. So Ohtani's starting to spill pitch after pitch, or spoil pitch after pitch thrown from Quintana. You will see at least 10 pitches in this at-bat. And compared to Mizorowski, who was clocking in at 100 plus 100 miles per hour, Quintana, more of a finesse pitcher, right around 90, 92. Here's a payoff pitch again. This time strikes out Ohtani with that swing and miss on that breaking pitch. And Quintana finally gets Ohtani for the first out here in the top of the first. That was a battle. One down in the inning. Mookie Betts stepping up to the box. 249, 11 home runs, 44 RBIs for the Dodgers. Pitch inside, called a strike to Mookie. That was a good at-bat, E-Dog, yeah. Definitely a good at-bat. 0-1 pitch. Mookie Betts with the grounder over to short. Ortiz throws out Mookie Betts. 2 down. Will Smith, the hitter. Breaking pitch by Quintana starts him off with strike 1. Will Smith batting .332, 12 home runs, 45 RBIs for the Dodgers. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Will Smith takes a pitch low and away in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike this season. National League rankings for Will Smith. He's first in average, first in OBP, first in OPS, and he's down with OPP. Will Smith. 1-1 pitch. Again in the dirt. More bounce to the ounce by Quintana. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, E-Dog, I see you, brother. I don't think you want to put Mookie Betts, as that one is struck to center. Jackson Chourio at the track makes the running catch. Inning over for the Dodgers. Quintana gets him in order. The return of Tyler Glasnow. We go to the bottom of the first. Brewers coming up. Yeah, E-Dog, I don't think you want to move Mookie Betts in the 3-hole. Definitely not, man. Because for me, that's like an RBI position. And right now, Mookie Betts really ain't hitting too hot right now. So what do you do with Mookie Betts? You just keep him at second and hope he snaps out of it. I mean, I don't want to put Mookie. I mean, do you think Mookie Betts is going to want to go down to as a 6th or 7th hitter? I don't think so. So what can you do with Mookie Betts? I don't know. Do you really want to have Mookie Betts leading off? I don't. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. You want somebody who's going to get on base, and Ohtani does get his walks every now and then. Mookie Betts, when he gets on that little funk that he's kind of in, it's not a good thing offensively to see. Yeah, but he isn't doing anything at 2 either, and he's supposed to either move them over or get on, and he isn't doing that. Yeah, E-Dog, I understand that, but I don't want to mess around with the 3-hole. Keep Freddie there, keep Teoscar there, keep Will Smith there. Don't put Mookie Betts there. Just because he's struggling, we're going to put him in an RBI position spot? Definitely not. I don't think I'm down with that. All right, bottom of the first we go. Brewers coming up. Sal Frelick, William Contreras, Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, Caleb Durbin, Jake Bowers, Joey Ortiz, Tyler Glasnow on the bump for the Dodgers, making his 6th start, 1-0 record, 4.50 ERA. Tyler Glasnow, welcome back. Now deal. Let's go, Tyler. Dodgers need him to shut down. They need him to shove. There it is, 96-mile-per-hour heater from Glasnow. Strike 1 to Frelick. Pitch arsenal, 4-seamer, curveball, slider, sinker, 4-pitch mix for Glasnow. There's another strike. Upstairs. And Tyler Glasnow quickly has Sal Frelick in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. 293 hitter, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs for Frelick. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a breaking pitch that had no break. Way upstairs. Ball 1. Sal Frelick with a home run off of Kirby Yates yesterday in the 8th inning. Pretty much sealed the deal for the Brewers last night. 1-2 pitch. That's another breaking pitch with no break from Glasnow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Glasnow is able to figure out his breaking pitch. 2-2 pitch to Frelick. Fastball low, called strike 3. Tyler Glasnow strikes out Frelick for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Welcome back, Tyler Glasnow. Pitch at the knees, called strike 3. And Glasnow with his first punch up. William Contreras, the hitter. Takes a pitch low. So you're seeing good velocity from Tyler Glasnow. I'm still waiting for him to throw some good breaking pitches. Has not done that yet. 243, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs for Contreras. Fastball. Outside corner called a strike. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Pitch upstairs, misses. Falls behind the Contreras. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 2-1. Contreras fouls it back. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Glass now so far showing good giddy up on that fastball. Right around 98. It's that curveball, though. Needs to get a feel for it here. We'll see if he throws it here. 2-2 pitch to Contreras. That was a good one. Just missed up and away. Count goes full to Contreras. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson Chourio on deck for the Brewers. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to Mookie Betts. Throw to first in time to get Contreras, but it was definitely offline. Ay caray, Mookie. Come on, Mookie. Need better throws for you, bruh. You're not hitting. At the very least, play good defense. 2 down. Jackson Chourio, batting .260, 15 home runs, 55 RBIs, comes up with 2 down. Center fielder for the Brewers. Swing and a miss. 98-mile-per-hour heater from Glass now. Down the pipe. Blows it right past Chourio for strike 1. That one misses outside. Count goes even. 1-1 to Chourio. Just getting started here. Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 69. We're in the bottom of the first. Dodgers, Brewers in the series finale. That pitch misses upstairs. 2-1. Dodgers went in order against Quintana in the first. Glass now trying to get the Brewers in order here in the bottom half of the inning. Misses outside. 3-1 to Chourio. The pitch from Glass now. That one's fouled off. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Glass now already with 1 punch out here in the first inning. Looking for his second. Looks like Chourio's rocking that torpedo bat. Yeah, that's a torpedo. Tyler Glass now from the stretch. His payoff pitch to Jackson Chourio. That one's grounded to the right side, foul. Ball dude out there making the grab. Count stays full. Payoff pitch again from Glass now. And again, Jackson Chourio with a foul ball. The at-bat continues. So it looks like Glass now finally has a feel for his breaking pitches. We see Christian Yelich on deck for the Brewers. Didn't have a feel for it against Sal Frelick. Here's his payoff pitch again to Jackson Chourio. Chourio pops this one up to right. Andy Paez at the track before the wall will make the catch. And Tyler Glass now gets the Brewers in order here in the bottom of the first. To the second we go. No score. All right, Glass now. That was good. You got 1 punch out there in the inning. Got a ground ball out and then a fly ball out. So far, so good for the Dodgers from Glass now. And like I said, he's got good giddy up on that fastball. Clocked at 98. Looks like he's finally starting to get some feel for those breaking pitches. Not bad. All right, top of the second we go. Coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be Freddie Freeman, Andy Paez, Tommy Edman. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. As we take a look at some of the games. Is there any games going on right now? Let's see. All right, they are in the top of the first in Chicago. Blue Jays, White Sox, no score. The Giants will host the Phillies. That game starts at 12:45. A little later today will be the Tigers hosting the Rays. Orioles hosting the Mets. Yankees host the Mariners. Red Sox versus Rockies. Reds versus Marlins. Royals versus Pirates. Twins versus Cubs. Cardinals versus Nationals. Astros versus Guardians. Angels versus Rangers. The Padres host the Diamondbacks. And then the Athletics get it on with the Braves. That Padre Diamondback game will be at 6:40 out here in the West Coast, out at Petco Park. So Giants Phillies start at 12:45 in about an hour and 15 minutes from now. Okay. We'll keep tabs on that when that starts. E-Dog, big thing is where we're going to see how the arm responds tomorrow. Yeah, E-Dog, yeah, that's what we're talking about. See how Tyler Glasnow comes out of this start. He should be good, though. Remember, he did make some appearances at AAA during his rehab starts, and he was coming out of those pretty good, so he should be good. All right, Quintana back on the bump for the Brewers, facing left-handed hitter Freddie Freeman. First pitch low and outside, ball one. Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers, 303, 10 home runs, 47 RBIs. He's 5 for 16 against Quintana in his career. Pitch way low and outside from Quintana, falls behind to Freddie Freeman. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 91-mile-per-hour heater from Quintana. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike to Freddie. And this time he is able to paint the corner to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch from Quintana. Outside, count goes full to Freddie. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Andy Pages on deck. Payoff pitch. In the dirt. Freddie Freeman with a leadoff walk for the Dodgers here in the top of the second. And the Dodgers get their first base runner on a walk by Freddie Freeman. That'll bring up the right fielder for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. Pages, 284, 17 home runs, 58 RBIs for the Dodgers this year. Batting .303 against lefties. Quintana from the stretch. That one's popped up to center. Jackson Chourio coming in. Chourio will make the catch. Freddie Freeman back to first. That'll be the first out here in the top of the second. Pages flies out. Tommy Edman makes his return to the Dodger lineup. Tommy Edman batting .239, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs, batting from the right side against the left-hander Quintana. He's hitting .118 in his last 6 games for the Dodgers. That one is lined over to left, and that is caught by the left fielder. Who the hell is that? Came out of nowhere. Isaac Collins with the catch. What a play by Isaac Collins. Coming in hard, makes that feet first slide for the second out. 2 outs in the inning. Third baseman for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas up next. Nice play by the left fielder, Collins. Pitch upstairs to Miggy Rowe, ball 1. That ball was dying out there and left, and Collins came in hard. Feet first slide, makes the catch. 2 down. 1-0 pitch to Miggy Rowe. That one's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Another look at Collins coming in. Just a nice sliding grab. Make that out. Quintana's 2-0 pitch. Pitch is low. Falls behind on the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Yusturi Reese waiting his turn on deck for the Dodgers. Reese in the starting lineup today, playing left field. Quintana's 3-0 pitch. Wow, Miggy Rowe with the green light. Wow, okay. He flies out to left center. Churio with the catch. Inning over for the Dodgers. They strand a runner at first. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. I mean, I understand, but wow. I understand like Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, even Mookie Betts, Andy Pajes, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith. I understand those players getting the green light, but Miguel Rojas at a 3-0 green light. I understand the offense is struggling, but wow. I just feel like the Dodgers left Quintana off the hook there. He had fallen behind 3-0. Now, granted, there's 2 outs, but you got a runner at first. You got a potential to try to get another walk-in where you got runners at second and first with 2 outs. Yusturi Reese, take your chances there, but nope. Miggy Rowe's like, nope, I'll swing 3-0. Very interesting. E-Dog, I think I would have liked to seen a line drive swing. I mean, he put a good punch to the ball. Don't get me wrong, E-Dog, but swinging 3-0, man, you got to almost guarantee yourself that you're going to do something with that. And Miguel Rojas did not do anything there. He just flew out to left center for the 3rd out. Very interesting. But again, I get it with the offense struggling the way it is. You're trying to capitalize on a most likely on a good pitch. I understand that, but just not the result you wanted to see. That's all. All right, coming up for the Brewers in the bottom of the second, it'll be Christian Yelich, Isaac Collins, and Bryce Terang. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Brewers to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. Wherever you may be, at work, hanging out at the house, running errands. Thank you for tuning in as we begin the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch swing, Christian Yelich over to left field. That one gets stunked in there. Leadoff single for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 2nd. So Christian Yelich goes after that first pitch. He took note that Tyler Glasnow was trying to get ahead with that fastball by throwing it for a strike. Christian Yelich like, throw me one of those. And he got himself a base hit to left. Runner at first for the Brewers. Isaac Collins now the hitter. Left-handed hitter for Milwaukee. Takes a fastball low. Ball 1. Isaac Collins banged .269, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. He's 3 for 7 in this series against the Dodgers. Last snap from the stretch is 1-0 pitch. Collins with a swing and miss. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Rob. Oh, actually, that's Danny Lehman. Mark Pryor looking on. Second baseman Bryce Terang on deck. Glasnow's 1-1 pitch. That one misses low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Collins. Runner at first for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 2nd. 2-1 pitch. That one's popped foul. Out of play. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glasnow about to throw his 25th pitch of the ballgame. So far, so good on that pitch count for Glasnow. Trying to get through the 2nd inning here. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Nice backhanded stop by Will Smith. Count goes full to Collins. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shouts to El Otro Saint, who's actually here. Saint, what's good, brother? Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for pulling up, man. Dodgers versus Brewers series finale. Dodgers trying to avoid the sweep. Ay, caray. All right, payoff pitch. Glass now to Collins. Up and in, ball 4. And the Brewers have the first 2 hitters on here to begin the bottom of the second. It did look like Christian Yelich was off to the races, but that pitch was up and in for ball 4. And now the Brewers have runners at second and first with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Bryce Terang will be the hitter. So Tyler Glasnow now in a jam here. Facing the lefty, Bryce Terang. First pitch, upstairs, missed, ball 1. His 1-0 pitch. That one just catches the strike zone down there. Ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. That call threw me off, man. That one looked low. Home plate umpire gave him the strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. All right, sure enough. Main camera goes off, of course. Of course. One pitch. That one's a strike. And now Tyler Glasnow gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two on, no outs for the Brewers here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch to Collins. Well, actually, to Terang. Ay, caray. That one is struck to left. Foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Again from Glasnow. And that one is struck well over to right, but Andy Baez has a beat on it, comes in and make the catch. That'll be the first out in the inning. Runners stay put on the bases. Caleb Durbin will be the hitter. Caleb Durbin playing third base for the Brewers today. Comes up with 2 on, 1 out. Check over at second. Yelich back to the bag. Well, main camera shut down, so let's just turn it off then. No point in beating on. All right, first pitch to Durbin. Looks like Yelich is off to the races. Throw to third, not in time. Safe. Christian Yelich. And it looks like Isaac Collins with the double steal. Oh, yes, it was a double steal. And they're in there, and they advance into scoring position with 1 out. And they got that off the Tyler Glasnow. Big jump by Christian Yelich. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Durbin with runners at third and second now. That one's in the dirt. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Durbin batting .250, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs for the Brewers. Brewers have 2 runners in scoring position now. Here's the 1-1 from Glasnow. That one's fouled off, and again, Glasnow gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. E-Dug, I'd be tempted to go out there to have a talk to him, maybe. Kind of slow things down for Glasnow a little bit here. We'll see how he does here. 1-2 pitch coming up now to Durbin. Swing and a miss. Tyler Glasnow on a breaking pitch strikes him out. As Will Smith is able to hang on to the ball now, you're going to see the Brewers maybe challenge this. Pat Murphy already wants to challenge this, says that Will Smith that did not hang on to that one definitely hit the dirt first. That one's going to be a foul ball. Oh, okay, it is a foul ball. Okay, they did call it a foul ball. All right, count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch again from Tyler Glasnow. That one is a hanging breaking pitch that did not break. So another look there at the previous pitch, definitely hit the dirt first. And it was rightfully called a foul ball. I thought he rung him up, but no, he called it a foul ball. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now to Durbin. Pitch is outside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count goes full now to Durbin. So the Brewers definitely making Tyler Glasnow work here. In the bottom of the 2nd, Jake Bauers on deck. Another foul ball by Durbin, and we'll do it again. Count stays full. Brewers most definitely in business here with only 1 out. They have runners at 3rd and 2nd. Tyler Glasnow with the payoff pitch coming up again to Durbin. And he steps off. He said, hold up, not yet. My holdup got stuck. All right, I'm starting to notice, man. My machine's starting to slow down. So not too many scene changes. Note to self. All right, payoff pitch. That one's popped. Foul, man. Durbin just hanging in there, making Tyler Glasnow work. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Payoff pitch again. And Durbin again with a foul ball. Caleb Durbin will see at least 10 pitches from Tyler Glasnow. Tenth pitch of the at-bat. Another payoff by Glasnow. Upstairs, misses on that breaking pitch. Ball 4. What an at-bat by Caleb Durbin. And Tyler Glasnow has loaded them up here in the bottom of the 2nd. Mark Pryor out there to have a word with Glasnow. All right, man. The Brewers have loaded them up here in the bottom of the 2nd. Jake Bauers will be coming up, left-handed hitter, playing first base today for the Brewers. Yelich, the runner at 3rd. Collins, the runner at second. Durbin, the runner at first. Nowhere to put him for the Dodgers. Jake Bauers, the hitter. A career 250 hitter with the bases loaded. 2 grand slams in his career. First pitch from Glasnow, low in the dirt. Ball 1. Jake Bauers, the 8th hitter in that Brewer lineup today. 1-0 pitch. That one's popped foul. Count will go even. Oh, wait a minute. Miggy Rowe will have a shot. Makes the catch. That's a big out right there as Jake Bauers flies out in foul ball territory to the third baseman, Miguel Rojas, 2 down. Oh, man, I thought for sure that was going to go out of play. But the ball stays in foul ball territory, and Miguel Rojas with the putout, 2 down. 9th hitter, Joey Ortiz, will be the hitter. That was a huge out. All right, now Glasnow versus Ortiz with the bases loaded and 2 down. Pitch upstairs at 96, misses, ball 1. So now Tyler Glasnow 1 out away from getting off the hook from this jam here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike down the pipe. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ortiz. The 1-1 from Glasnow. In the dirt. Backhanded stop by Will Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike. And with the bases loaded, that's a big stop right there by Will Smith, the Dodger catcher. Keep that ball in front of him. Perp Jess with the check-in. Just the Perps checking in. On her way home. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Joey Ortiz. Down the pipe again from Glasnow. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, wow. Perp Jazz is home. No wonder Leo's not here. Sounds good, Pipes. 2-2 pitch from Glasnow. Swung on and missed. Pitch up and in. Glasnow leaves them loaded here in the bottom of the second. Wow. Glasnow rocked back and fired, struck out Joey Ortiz. Dave Roberts approves. Let's go to the third. No score. Man, that was huge. All right, gonna go say what's up to Pipes. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. Hold up. All right, coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the third. Whew. It's going to be Yasturi Reese, James Outman, and Shohei Ohtani. 8-9 win hitters coming up, man. Wow. Tyler Glasnow almost did a Houdiniac getting out of that inning unscathed. Trusted his fastball, and he was able to get the punch out. Now, mind you, he was facing the lower third of the batting order for the Brewers. But nevertheless, man, when it was time to get outs, he was able to get them. So great to see Tyler Glasnow get himself out of that jam. Top of the third we go. All right, Los Angeles Dodgers at the All-Star break. How about last year? They were 56-41 at the All-Star break as Yustiri Reese stepping in against Quintana. Strike one. And if we look at the standings right now, Dodgers are 56-37, so they're even doing a lot better than last year. Pitch outside from Quintana. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yustiri Reese gets the start in left field for the Dodgers today. Fouls that one off. Down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excess. Is that 2 X's? 2 X's. What are you talking about, 2 X's? 2 times. Is that 2 times? Excess, what you mean, brother? Here's the 1-2. That pitch is just upstairs. Count goes even to Yustiri Reese. 2 balls, 2 strikes. James Outman, center fielder for the Dodgers. He's on deck. No score here in the top of the third. Two-two pitch. Yustiri Reese strikes out against Quintana. That'll be the first out here in the top of the third for the Dodgers. Oh, you're talking about for Glass now. Oh, good question, brother. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I'll let you know. Tyler Glass now has 2 strikeouts. Yes, as of right now, 2 Ks. Here's James Outman with 1 out. Quintana has 2 strikeouts as well. James Outman batting $129, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, is in his limited time in the majors with the Dodgers. Lefty-lefty matchup for Quintana. First pitch, outside corner, called a strike. Oh, there it is. James Outman's finally rocking his glasses. Where were they at yesterday, brother? Jeez. Or the day before. Well, great to see him with the glasses. Breaking pitch in there. Quintana quickly has James Outman in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Outman with a line drive to the first baseman, Jake Bowers, who underhand flips it over to Quintana, who covers first. In time to get Outman. 2 down. And with 2 on, nobody out. Or, excuse me, with 2 on, nobody on base, Shohei Ohtani will be the hitter. Ohtani 0 for 1, struck out against Quintana. But remember, he saw 10 pitches from Quintana in that first at-bat. Well, here he is in the second at-bat here in the top of the third with 2 down. And nobody on base. First pitch to Ohtani from Quintana. Starts him off with a strike. Saint, maybe he was looking for his glasses like Velma from Scooby-Doo. No, he wasn't. So he was interviewed by Kirsten Watson yesterday, and he was talking about he's still getting used to the glasses. That's what he was saying. Come on, bro. If you need glasses, put them on. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, catches the corner. Ohtani down the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called a timeout. Checks back into the box. Quintana's 1-2 pitch to Shohei Ohtani. Up and away. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch from Quintana. Reaching for it. Ohtani Trying to dunk it to center, but here comes Jackson Chourio with a sliding catch. Inning over for the Dodgers. That's the second sliding catch that the Brewer outfield makes. And we go to the bottom of the third. No score. All right, man. Got to credit the Brewer outfield for making the plays so far for the Brewers. As the Dodgers go in order against Quintana. Bottom of the third we go. Coming up for the Brewers, they'll have the top of the lineup as well. It's going to be Sal Frelick, William Contreras, and Jackson Chourio due up. 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for the Brewers. All right, only game going on right now besides the Dodger game is the White Sox are hosting the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead over the White Sox. That game is in the bottom of the second. Remember, again, the Giants are hosting the Phillies, but that game starts at 12:45. Everything else a little later. A little later. But yeah, man, welcome in, guys. Again, happy Wednesday. Just chilling out on a Wednesday afternoon here, mid-afternoon. Actually, mid-afternoon. What the hell am I talking about? It's barely going to be 12. Noontime out here in the West Coast, man. Noontime. Yeah, happy Wednesday, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We just chilling, shooting the shit, watching the Dodgers versus Brewers, hoping the Dodgers are able to avoid the sweep and could finally put an end to this 5-game skid. Ay caray. Well, it's no score. No score as we go to the bottom of the third. Tyler Glasnow back on the bump for the Dodgers. Top of the lineup, first pitch swinging. Sal Frelick over to Mookie Betts. Throw to first in time. Tyler Glasnow, 1 pitch, 1 out here to begin the bottom of the third. So now Tyler Glasnow, next pitch will be his 50th pitch of the ballgame. William Contreras checks in 0 for 1 with the ground out. 242, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs for the Brewers. Mark Pryor with a close eye, keeping a close tab on Tyler Glasnow today. Fastball. Called a strike. Low in the zone. There it is. 3 starts for Tyler Glasnow. 48 pitches, 66 pitches, 78 pitches. Nice breaking pitch to get that swing and miss. Very awkward swing and miss from William Contreras. Almost a sword-like swing. So he gets ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Grounded to Tommy Edman. Over to first. In time. 2 down. So Tyler Glasnow, 2 up, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Jackson Chourio coming up. Dave Roberts just hanging out in the Dodger dugout. Got the Lokes on and everything. Chilling. Here's Jackson Chourio. Pitch low, called a strike. So Glasnow's been gaining that low strike call from the home plate ump. Jackson Chourio didn't agree. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson Chourio 0 for 1. Flew out in his first at-bat. Chourio fouls this one back, talking to himself in disgust. As the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dave Robert literally is just chilling. It's Mark Pryor and the Bat Boy that are hanging out in the steps. 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. Strike 3 called. Glasnow strikes out Jackson Chourio. Looking. Puro peeping Tom. Inning over for the Brewers. As we go to the 4th. No score. That Jackson Churio is a peeping Tom. All right, great to see Tyler Glasnow get that strike 3 call to finish off the inning for the Brewers. So to the 4th we go. Coming up for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, 2-3-4 hitters do it for the Dodgers. And I believe that's 3 strikeouts, guys. 3 strikeouts so far for Tyler Glasnow. Yeah, that's big, E-Dog, especially considering the fact that he kind of labored up in the innings prior to get a quick 1-2-3 inning. That's pretty huge. So do expect to see Tyler Glasnow to come in the 4th, right? Come out for the 4th. He's got to come out for the 4th now, right? You would think. We'll see what Dave Roberts, Mark Pryor, and the coaching staff do. But you got to think Glasnow will be coming out for the 4th inning, especially after that quick inning. E-Dog, yep, unless Roberts pulls his whole momentum thing, I would think so. Yeah, it should come out for the 4th. It's got to come out for the 4th. But let's see if the Dodger offense could get him some runs now, man. Glasnow's been pitching pretty good, but he needs some help. Dodger offense needs to get going, man, straight up. Let's see if they could do it here in the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th we go. No score between the Dodgers and the Brewers. American Family Field out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. As we see Mookie Betts getting ready to lead off the inning for the Dodgers. Steps in the box. Jose Quintana back on the bump for the Brewers. First pitch to Mookie. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Mookie 0 for 1 with the ground out. Takes a pitch inside. Quintana falls behind to Mookie Betts. 2 balls, no strikes. Will Smith on deck for the Dodgers. 2-0 pitch from Quintana. That one just catches the inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mookie. Another look at the Miz, just chilling after his very impressive start in last night's ball game. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop Joey Ortiz. Throw to first in time to get Mookie Betts. That'll be the first out. One shortstop takes out the other. That'll bring up the catcher for the Dodgers. Will Smith with 1 out here in the 4th. Will Smith 0 for 1 with a lineout. 1 out here in the top of the 4th for the Dodgers. Strike 1 from Quintana. 90-mile-per-hour heater. Shohei Ohtani hanging out in the Dodger dugout. 0-1 pitch. Quintana goes upstairs. Will Smith follows, but fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Has him in the hole. Freddie Freeman on deck. Look at the black backdrop out there in center. 0-2 pitch. Pitch misses in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Will Smith. No score here in the top of the 4th. Dodgers trying to avoid the sweep. Trying to snap the 5-game skid. Will Smith goes to right, but he grounds out to the second baseman, Bryce Terang, for the second out. 2 up, 2 outs for Jose Quintana and the Brewers. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Oh, man. Not only is it a backdrop, but it's a screen. Holy moly, that's a big-ass screen. Damn. I thought it was just a black backdrop, but no, it's a screen. Here's Freddie with 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup for Quintana. Pitch low and outside, called the ball. Freddie Freeman walked in his first at-bat, so no official at-bat yet for Freddie Freeman. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes to Freddie as he's able to check his swing. Quintana with his 52nd pitch of the ballgame here. Line drive, and that's grounded to the second baseman, Bryce Terang, who throws out Freddie Freeman for the 3rd out. Dodgers go in order in the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th we go. No score. Ay, caray. Oh, man. That Dodger offense is flat, has been flat as of late. Cannot seem to get anything going just yet. So now it's up to Tyler Glasnow and the pitching staff to kind of hold the Brewers, try to keep them from scoring. Can't afford to go down 1-0. Not the way the offense has been playing as of late. All right, let's see what the Brewers will be calling up in the bottom half of the inning. It'll be Christian Yelich, Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, 4, 5, 6 hitters due up. Say, perhaps they need to take a trip to the batting cages or something. Yeah, something needs to get. You know what I was thinking last night? Or maybe it was early this morning. But I was like, you know what? We don't hear too much from the dual batting coaches, the batting coaches for the Dodgers. And let me bring these fools up, man. But, mate, I was starting to think, hey, if this kid keeps on going down, one of those fools is probably going to get axed. Because we see no improvement. The hitters have actually regressed. Let's put these fools on blast real quick. So there's 2 batting coaches. There's Aaron Bates and Robert Van Siokic. I can't even. The fact that I can't even say my name, I'm already upset with RVS. So RVS and Aaron Bates are the hitting coaches. Just saying. But like I said, if this skid continues, we're going to start hearing more about their names, man. And something might give. All right, bottom of the 4th we go. Tyler Glasnow back on the bump. Beginning his 4th inning of work. Currently at 57 pitches for the Dodgers. Facing Christian Yelich. Fouls that one off. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Tyler Glasnow, so far so good. Kind of to a bit of a jam, but he was able to get himself out of it. Christian Yelich, 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes to Yelich. All right, pitch missed upstairs. Count goes full to Yelich. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one's fouled off. Count remains the same. Fonz, for you with the check-in, I was watching the Pepiote versus Flaherty pitching matchup yesterday. I believe Detroit won that one, right, Fonz? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, man, every time I see Pepiote, man, jeez. Comebacker! Tyler Glasnow, underhand flip over to Freddie. They get Yelich out at first. 1 down here in the 4th. Yeah, every time I see Papio pitch for the for the Tampa Bay Rays, I'm just like, man, Dodgers could have kept them. They should have kept them. Well, keep in mind, it was I think it was Johnny DeLuca and Ryan Papio that got traded for Tyler Glasnow. Maybe other players were involved, but those were the main players. Isaac Collins looks at strike one from Tyler Glasnow. But I really thought Papio got the raw deal for the Dodgers, especially in the playoffs against the Diamondbacks when they let Lance Lynn pitch that game 5. Oh, way to cover Tyler Glasnow. Is able to cover first. Nice flip from Freddie Freeman. Glasnow gets to the bag on time. Collins retired for the second out. It was a slow roller over to first. Glasnow booked it. Underhand flip from Freddie. Gives it a Glasnow. And he beats Collins to the bag for the second out. Nice play, Tyler. Nice play, Freddie. 2 down. Tyler Glasnow, are you some blind nuts? Holy moly. All right, get that shoe fixed, brother. And relace it up. I don't know, we had some weird knot on it. All right, Glasnow. But yeah, I was one of these guys, man, that I thought Ryan Papio should have pitched that 5th game. I just felt he was fresher. He was younger than Lance Lynn. And I know the Dodgers were like, oh, we don't want to have a young pitcher, a rookie pitcher, pitch the 5th game. Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, hindsight's 2020 compared to what we saw from Lance Lynn in that 5th game against the Diamondbacks. But I thought Ryan Papio was pitching pretty good for the Dodgers that season. And he never sniffed the playoff. He never got into a game, which I think was like, what the? How does Ryan Papio does not contribute in a playoff game when you're supposedly down on pitchers? I just thought he got the raw deal, my opinion. All right, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Tyler Glasnow is able to put his shoe back on. Now facing Bryce Terang, second baseman for the Brewers. Line drive, base hit. Went after that first pitch after that long delay. Base hit to right field. Inning continues for the Brewers with 2 outs. Fonts for you. Detroit is on fire. Papio did good. Okay. But yes, Detroit. One thing that kind of concerns me about the Detroit Tigers with this big lead in the AL Central is the fact is going into the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, which they should, but will they stay focused enough and step up to the plate in the playoffs? You know, we heard the same thing when the Dodgers had that big lead. Are they into it? Do they lose focus? Will they lose focus? So that's something to see from the Detroit Tigers, especially if they keep that big lead in the AL Central going. Caleb Durbin walked in his first at bat against Tyler Glasnow. Comes up with the runner at first. 2 down. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Caleb Durbin playing third base. Stocky player for the Brewers. 1-1 pitch from Glasnow. There is a swart swing. As Glasnow gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Tyler Glasnow strikes out Durbin. 4 punch outs. 3rd out. Here in the 4th. To the 5th we go. No score. Oh, Glasnow picks up his 4th punch out of the ball game. What do you think, guys? Maybe I missed the pitch count. Let's look at it real quick. Tyler Glasnow currently at 70 pitches. What do you think, man? Dave, I honestly do think, hey, get him out there for the 5th. He's at 70 pitches. He's looking good. He doesn't look fatigued at all. I mean, you saw him running the bases, covering first. He's looking good. I say get him back out there. He's got 4 strikeouts in 4 innings of work, and I say get him out there for the 5th. Shouts to B Nonstop checking in. No score, brother. Yes, a 5-game skid. Dodgers trying to avoid the sweep, and they're trying to snap the 5-game skid. They're trying to not lose 6 in a row. So far, so good, but the offense needs to get going now. They need to back up Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow is starting to shove. And Dodger offense needs to try to bail him out here. Tyler Glasnow, brother. Tyler Glasnow on the bump. He's back. And he's doing good. 4 innings of work, 4 strikeouts. He's doing his thing. Keeping the Dodgers in the ballgame. Has kept the Brewers from scoring, so he's doing good. But the Dodger offense needs to get going here. All right, coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the 5th, Andy Pages, Tommy Edman, Miguel Rojas due up. That'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Top of the 5th we go. Jose Quintana back on the bump for the Brewers. No score for both teams as Andy Pages checks in. Breaking pitch from Quintana. Misses outside. Ball 1 to Andy Pages. Pages 0 for 1. Flew out in his first at bat. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. Out of play. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second baseman for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman on deck. So we got ourselves another pitcher's duel. We had a pitcher's duel last night with The Miz and Kirsch. And we're getting ourselves another pitcher's duel between Quintana and Glasnow. As that pitch is fouled off by Pages. 1-2 the count. Here we go. Clayton Kershaw. Last night took the L, but he pitched really effectively. 6 innings of work, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. It was unfortunate that he took the L. And the Miz, Jacob Mizorowski with the dub. 12 punch-outs in yesterday's ballgame for the Rising Star, Jacob Mizorowski. All right, count goes even to Andy Pages. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch coming up from Jose Quintana. Pages with a swing and miss. Strikes out. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Actually, that's the first out in the inning. Ay, caray. I'm getting ahead of myself. But Quintana on an 85-mile-per-hour breaking pitch, low in the zone. Pages goes after it, comes up empty for the first out. Tommy Edman now the hitter. First pitch swinging again. This time fouls it off for strike 1. Oh for 1 with a line out. Not sure if Tommy Edman fouled it off his foot. Did he do that again? Of course, Tommy Edman against the left-hander, hitting from the right side. Looks like Tommy Edman is okay. Gets back into the box. He might have fouled it off his foot again. Maybe the other foot this time. 0-1 pitch. Strike down the pipe. Quintana has Tommy Edman in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Breaking pitch. Tommy Edman sends it over to center field. Jackson Chourio comes in, but now goes back out and right before the track makes the catch. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the 5th. Tommy Edman flies out to center. Miguel Rojas, third baseman for the Dodgers, up next. 0 for 1 with the flyout. Remember, it was Rojas who flew out to left center after getting ahead of the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Had the green light. Then he popped out. Strike 1 from Quintana. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Pitch rides inside. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miguel Rojas. So Quintana and Glass now going blow for blow here in the series finale in Milwaukee. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to Miggy Rowe, who grabs the ball and tosses it. Espiritu, good afternoon, brother. Welcome into Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. Welcome in, Espiritu. Hope all is good. Shouts to Espiritu, Be Nonstop, popping in. Happy Wednesday to both of y'all. Pitches outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Miggy Rowe. Three-one pitch. Outside ball 4. Miggy Rowe with a 2-out walk for the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up the left fielder, Yastiri Reese, up next. Yeah, shouts to my brother Asahi Black, who covered for me for like the first half of the game on, I believe it was Tuesday. What the fuck was it? Oh, no, it was Monday. It was actually Monday. The first game of the series, Be Nonstop. Yep. Had him cover for me, man. Appreciated him for doing that. As you can see, we have different delivery styles. Yeah, Asahi Black's more of a color analyst. A good color analyst at that, man. He's got some good insight. But I had him do the play-by-play, and I thought he did pretty good. All right. Yastiri Reese checks in with the runner at first and 2 outs here in the 5th. Quintana from the stretch. First pitch to Reese. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 91-mile-per-hour heater from Quintana. Color analyst, brother. Yes, sir. Adds a little flavor. As we see another swing and miss by Yastiri Reese, who's quickly down in the hole against Quintana. No balls, 2 strikes. Be Nonstop. The Dodgers have one more series. They will go down to or up to San Francisco for a 3-game weekend series before the All-Star break. So the last games for everybody is on Sunday. Then the All-Star break. All right, 0-2 pitch to Yastiri Reese. There goes Miggy Rowe. And that is a hit and run! The Dodgers playing small ball here in the 5th with 2 outs. Miggy Rowe gets to 3rd. And that's what happens when you do a hit and run. You create holes, and Yastiri Reese hit it right where the second baseman would have been at. But with Miguel Rojas taking off, you see the second base shifting over to second to cover, and that created the hole for Yastiri Reese to poke it out there to right. And now the Dodgers have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Big opportunity for the Dodgers. James Outman will be the hitter. Dodgers have him on the corners with 2 down here in the 5th. Outside corner from Quintana. Strike 1 to Outman. Miguel Rojas, runner at 3rd. Yastiri Reese at 1st. 0-1 pitch to James. Outside corner misses. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Dodgers have been struggling with hitting with runners in scoring position. Seeing if they could break through here in the top of the 5th. Check over at first. Reese back to the bag. Oh, that's cool. Be Nonstop. His primo works in Milwaukee. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to count to James Outman. The pitch from Jose Quintana. Outside, runner goes. Usturi Reese to second, no throw. And now the Dodgers will have runners in scoring position over at third and second with 2 outs. So the Dodgers getting them started here on the base pads. I like this kind of baseball. Usturi Reese, look out with that belly flop. Ay caray. All right, here's a 2-1 pitch. James Outman with a swing and miss on a pitch low and outside. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Outside, count's going to go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to James Outman. Shohei Ohtani waiting his turn on deck for the Dodgers. Jose Quintana sets his payoff pitch. James Outman check swing. No swing. Ball 4. James Outman just barely able to check his swing. And the Dodgers have loaded them up here in the 5th with 2 down. Oh, that was close. That was close. They called it a no swing. Pat Murphy, the Brewer skip, can't believe it. What the fuck, he said. Pitching coach out there to have a word with Jose Quintana, who has loaded them up. Oh, man. James Outman looked like he went. Dodgers catch a break. Did you see that from here? I didn't think so. What? That's what Pat Murphy's saying. Third base ump, hearing it from Pat Murphy. Uh-oh. Home plate ump going out there. And Pat Murphy's still heated. I don't blame Pat Murphy, man. It looked like James Outman was not able to check his swing. And they said no swing. Now the Dodgers have him loaded for Shohei Ohtani. Nowhere to put him for Jose Quintana. Ohtani 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Bases full of Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. Huge opportunity for the Dodgers. First pitch to Ohtani. Upstairs, ball 1 from Quintana. Quintana with his 77th pitch of the ballgame. 1-0 pitch to Ohtani. Pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Pitch is low. 3 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put him for Quintana. Pat Murphy taking a sip of the brew. What do you do if you're Ohtani? 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. The Dodgers score a run here in the top of the 5th as Miggy Rowe gets walked in. Dodgers take the lead. Inning continues. Mookie Betts will be coming up with the bases loaded now. Shohei Ohtani picks up the RBI. Pitch was upstairs, was close, called the ball. Dodgers are catching the breaks here in the top of the 5th. Action in the Brewer bullpen. Nick Mears begins to warm up. Here's Mookie. Mookie Betts pops it up. Fly ball to right. Sal Frelick will make the catch. Then the Dodgers leave them loaded, but they get 1. And they have themselves a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Damn, Pat Murphy's still pissed. But Mookie, what are we doing? Oh, my goodness. You got Jose Quintana on the ropes. He's throwing a bunch of balls, and you go after the first pitch, and you fly out, and you leave him off the hook. Well, the Dodgers do get the lead. Quick break here. Chin Music, a baseball podcast. Gonna go say what's up to the nephew. Hold up! Wait, that's not it. There we go. All right. Bottom of the fifth, we go. 1-0 Dodgers. Looks like it's Jake Bauers leading things off against Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow has fallen behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to a Shohei Ohtani walk with the bases loaded. Pitch is outside, called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jake Bauers. It'll be Bauers, Ortiz, and Frelick. 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Brewers. As we see Alex Vesia warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Tyler Glasnow falls behind. 3 balls, 1 strike. He's at 74 pitches. So any ounce of trouble here could mean the day for Tyler Glasnow. 3-1 pitch. Oh, that one just missed inside. Ball 4. 75 pitches for Tyler Glasnow. As you watch Jake Bauers, Dave Roberts he's just been chilling. You know, he reminds me of Tommy Lasorda. Tommy Lasorda used to just chill in that Dodger dugout. Here's Joey Ortiz, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner at first for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch upstairs at 95, misses, ball 1. Ortiz 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Bauers at first. 1-0 pitch from Glasnow. Swing and a miss. Count goes even to Ortiz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right fielder for the Brewers, Sal Frelick on deck. One pitch. That one's fouled off, and it looks like Bauers was off to the races. Hit and run by Pat Murphy. Bauers back to the bag on that foul ball from Ortiz. He's down the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Glasnow. One, 2 pitch. Bauer stays put. That one's in the dirt. Backhanded stop again by Will Smith. We've seen a few of those throughout the day from Will Smith. Count goes even to Ortiz. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That backhanded stop by Will Smith. 2-2 pitch to Ortiz. Strike 3 called. Pitch down the pipe at 96. Ortiz strikes out. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Right down the pipe. Ortiz looked at strike 3, 1 down. Sal Frelick now the hitter for the Brewers with a runner at first, and now 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th for Milwaukee. Tyler Glasnow from the stretch. First pitch to Frelick in there, called a strike, and they're going to call a balk. I think they're going to say that Tyler Glasnow did not set. I don't know if he tried a quick pitch Sal Frelick, but home plate umpire quickly called a balk, and it looked like he did try to quick pitch there. Did not fully set. And Bowers will be awarded second. Runner in scoring position. Tying run at second for the Brewers with 1 out. Pitch to Sal Frelick. Swing and a miss. Bowers on his way. Third ball gets away over to left field. And this ball game will be tied up at 1. Jake Bowers gets the steal sign. He goes over to third, and the ball is bounced and gets away from Miggy Rowe. That was bad throw by Will Smith. And Jake Bauer easily comes in to score to tie this ball game up here in the bottom of the 5th. Wow, the Brewers. That's the second stolen base of third base against Tyler Glasnow. And now Sal Frelick goes to left. Here's Sturi Reese coming in. And that is caught for the second out. So Jake Bauers steals third base. Jake Bauers scores on a throwing error by catcher Will Smith. And like I mentioned before, Christian Yelich stole third. Now Jake Bauers stole third. That's all on Tyler Glasnow, unfortunately. Here's Contreras. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Strike 1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The Brewers have tied this ball game up at 1. Contreras today 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Being on top. How did they even see that ball? Yeah, you see the sun kind of shining down. I don't know. Not sure if the infielders are wearing glasses or not. But that was a bad throw by Will Smith regardless. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to Mookie Betts. Throw to first in time to get Contreras. Inning over for the Brewers. They are able to tie it up as we go to the 6th. 1-1 tied. Ay, caray. All right, top of the 6th we go. It's a 1-1 ball game. And it seems like all the runs have been gifts. Looks like the umpires gifted a run to the Dodgers there in the top of the 5th. And in the bottom of the 5th, the Dodgers gifted a run back to the Brewers. Ay caray. Box, stolen base, a throwing error. We have ourselves a 1-1 ball game. All right, Will Smith leading things off for the Dodgers, 0 for 2. 1-1 pitch from Quintana, who's still on the bump for the Brewers. Throws a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Smith. One-two pitch. Shot to center. Churio before the track makes the catch out there. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 6th. Freddie Freeman up next. Freddie for the Dodgers, 0 for 1 with a walk. 0 for 1 with a walk. Quintana with his 85th pitch of the ballgame. This might be his last inning. Strike 1 to Freddie. Right fielder for the Dodgers, Andy Baez on deck. Pitch low and outside. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Freddie fouls it off. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Action in the Brewer bullpen. Grant Anderson warming up. The 1-2 pitch from Quintana. Freddie pops this one up to left and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Freddie just looks very aggravated with himself on those foul balls. One-two pitch from Quintana. And again, Freddie with a foul ball, this time down the right side. Count remains 1-2. 90th pitch of the I was about to say 90th pitch of the at-bat. 90th pitch of the ball game coming up for Quintana. So just got a piece of it off the glove of Contreras. At-bat continues for Will Smith. Or for Freddie Freeman. Ay caray. Contreras not able to hold that one down. Foul ball. So another 1-2 pitch coming to Freddie. Freddie this time swings and misses. Strikes out for the second out here in the top of the 6th. As Quintana gets the punch out. I don't know how Freddie Freeman is late on those pitches. Not like Quintana's gassing it up there. But he got it past Freddie for the second out. Andy Baez now the hitter. Strike 1 from Quintana. Low and inside corner. Andy Baez today 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. And he will immediately call a timeout. Checks back in the box. Oh, 1 pitch. Pitch is low. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kershaw hanging out with James Outman. Looks like yesterday Kershaw chewed out James Outman on the field. At least that's what it looked like. That one is struck nicely by Andy Baez. Left center, base hit, 2-out single for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th off the bat of Andy Baez. Got that one cleanly. Bad hit out in front. That's a base hit out to left center by Pages. That'll bring up the second baseman, Tommy Edman. Pat Murphy going out there. I don't know if he's going to have a word with Quintana. Oh, wow. I wasn't sure he was going to come out with the hook, but yeah, he sure enough did have a word with Quintana. And he kept it short. So I don't know if he told him, hey, this is your last hitter. Get this guy. Quintana nodded, and that was it. Anderson still out there in the Brewer bullpen. 94 pitches for Quintana, trying to get through the 6th inning here for the Brewers. Here's Tommy Edman with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the 6th. Tommy Edman today 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts. Looks like Tommy Edman might have called the timeout as Quintana steps off the rubber. Back in the box. Quintana sets from the stretch. First pitch to Tommy Edman. Edman back to the box. Quintana underhand flip over to Bowers. Gets Tommy Edman for the 3rd out. Inning over for the Dodgers. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, we're all tied up at 1. Oh, man. So back again. We are where the Dodgers are again looking for some offense. They do get a base hit, but they strand the runner at first in Andy Pages. And now Quintana will probably make way for his bullpen to take over. We'll see what happens with Glasnow as well. I would be surprised if Glasnow comes out to pitch the bottom of the 6th. But no word yet on game day. He might just. Hold up. Let's look real quick at where Glasnow is on his pitch count. He's at 85 pitches. So Dave Roberts might be pushing Tyler Glasnow to pitch the bottom of the 6th. He's been effective so far. So it's not the worst thing in the world to have him go out in the bottom of the 6th, the way he's been pitching today for the Dodgers. So we might just see Glasnow in the 6th. Oh, no, wait a minute. Nope. It just announced right there on the game day. Pitching change. Alex Vesia replaces Tyler Glasnow. I was about to say, wow, Dave Roberts really pushing Tyler Glasnow. But no, Alex Vesia will be the new pitcher for the Dodgers, taking over in the bottom of the 6th. And he'll be pitching to Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, and Isaac Collins. Now it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for the Brewers. All right, the line for Tyler Glasnow: 5 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks on 85 pitches. Remember, it was his first start since April 27th. And he came back with a flurry. And we have ourselves a 1-1 ball game. Kept the Dodgers in the game. And now Alex Vesia will be the new pitcher to pitch the bottom of the 6th against Jackson Chourio. Chourio takes a pitch inside, called a strike. Breaking pitch from Vesia. Alex Vesia in his 44th ball game has a 2-0 record, 2.68 ERA. Left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is in the dirt. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I just thought Dave Roberts just had that Mino chilling out in the Dodger dugout look. Just the way Tommy used to chill out in the Dodger dugout. Leg cross and everything. Off to the side. All tirado. All right, 2-1 pitch from Vesia to Jackson Chourio. Vesia goes outside, misses. Count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Jose Quintana with a great performance, great outing for the Brewers as well. Man, we had ourselves a pitching matchup. Back-to-back pitching duels. Love it. All right, 3-1 pitch from Vesia. Chourio fouls it off. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One ball game, bottom of the 6th. Here's the payoff pitch from Alex Vesia. Breaking pitch. Swing and a miss by Chourio. He goes down swinging. He'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, this was what we were talking about. Patrick Bailey, look at this. Walk off inside the park home run. Look at Oh, man, Oracle Field was rocking after this, man. We saw, my brother and I saw this. Porp saw it too, man. We saw this live and we were tripping out. Like, what? That was crazy. And now the Giants just 5 games from the Dodgers. As Christian Yelich looks at ball 1 from Alex Vesia, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch and a good one from Vesia. Vesia flossing that breaking pitch. Throwing it for strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Yelich. One pitch. Fastball. Jam shot. Trying to cover first, and he does not beat Christian Yelich to first. Yelich with an infield single for the Brewers with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Not sure if Alex Vesia was late to the bag. Let's look at this one again. Oh, yeah, he was. He took a big turn. Then he tried to beat Yelich to the bag. Yelich ends up beating Alex Vesia instead by a foot or by a step. Yeah, that big turn right there. You'll see it right there. And that's all she wrote. So now the Brewers with a runner at first, 1 out. Isaac Collins, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Strike 1. Collins 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base in today's ballgame for the Brewers. Christian Yelich, the runner at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 tie. Check over at first from Vesia. Yelich back to the bag. Second baseman for the Brewers, Bryce Terang on deck. Yelich with his lead over at first. Vesia's 0-1. That one's fouled off, and he has Collins quickly in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Action in the Dodger bullpen. Ben Kasperius beginning to warm up. Ben Kasperius back to the bullpen. 0-2 pitch. Pitch up and in. Collins out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So this game will be left at the hands of the bullpen now for both teams, for both the Brewers and now the Dodgers. 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled off. We'll do it again. So Jose Quintana for the Brewers. And Tyler Glass now for the Dodgers, turning in good outings for both their teams. Now it's a battle of the bullpens. 1-2 pitch again to Isaac Collins. Check swing. That'll be a swing. Pitch outside corner called strike 3. And we'll call that a swing slash, let's call it a swing. That will be the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, yeah, that strikeout. Everybody qualifies for a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a $15 drink tomorrow. Here's Bryce Terang. Check over at first. Yelich back to the bag. Bryce Terang today 1 for 2 with a single for the Brewers. Popcorn Time says beat not stop. Sounds good, brother. Breaking pitch, inside corner called the strike. 0-1 to Terang. Yelich with his lead over at first for the Brewers. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on another breaking pitch by Vesia. And he quickly is ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Has Bryce Terang in the hole. We'll see if Yelich gets aggressive and greedy here with 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Bryce Terang fouls it out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Yelich with his lead at first again. 0-2 pitch now from Vesia. Terang with a fly ball to center field. James Outman before the track will make the catch. Inning over for the Brewers. To the 7th we go. We are all tied up. 1-1. All right, so Vesia comes in and holds it down for the bullpen. As we go to the top of the 7th. Coming up for the Dodgers. Bottom third of the lineup. It'll be Miguel Rojas, Yustiri Reese, James Outman, 7, 8, 9 due up. We have ourselves a tie ball game. All right, quick score check here. They're going to the bottom of the 6th in Chicago. The White Sox with a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jays. They have already started in San Francisco. The Giants, Phillies, all tied up at, they got no score. Tie game there, top of the 2nd. Those are the only other 2 games that are going down in the majors as of now. All right, let's go get ourselves a drink. This one will go back in the fridge. All right. Let's get a cooler drink here. Oh, snap. We're missing place here. That was head first slide by Miggy Rowe. Wow. Miggy Rowe was called safe. All right, let's see what happened here real quick. Miguel Rojas singles on a ground ball to shortstop Joey Ortiz. So Miggy Rowe ripped his bout, gets a new bout. He went head first slide to first base and was called safe. So the Dodgers, with a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th. Yustiri Reese now the hitter. 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. Never too early for a beer. Be nonstop. You crack it open. If you want to drink one, you drink one, brother. It's all you. Do it. All right, first pitch to Reese from the left-hander. Reese, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Strike 1. Aaron Ashby, the left-handed pitcher for the Brewers, taking over here in the top of the 7th. With Miguel Rojas, the runner at first for the Dodgers. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. There he is, Teoscar Hernandez. On deck. Figures to pinch hit for James Outman in the 9-hole. 1-1 pitch to Reese. Called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. You can't have both. Be nonstop. Do both, brother. Oh, nice stop by Contreras. Keeps Miggy Rowe honest over at first. Count goes even to Reese. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See Contreras get his body out in front of that one to make the block. So Teoscar Hernandez on deck for the Dodgers. Aaron Ashby from the stretch now sets his 2-2 pitch to Reese. Breaking pitch. Reese just got a piece of it. At bat continues. And again, Teoscar Hernandez missing a lot of time due to that foul ball over the weekend against the Astros. Foul ball to his foot has kept him out of the Dodger lineup the last few days. But he's on deck. Could pinch hit. 2-2 pitch. Reese with a foul ball, drops to a knee. At-bat continues again. Yeah, you may want to crack those peanuts, brother, before they go a little stale on you. That might be the route you may want to go. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Reese. Miggy Rowe with his lead over at first. 2-2 pitch. Reese again with a foul ball. At-bat continues. Let's go, Reese. Two chains Reese. 2 chains like my boy Manny Diz. 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. And Ashby this time gets Reese on that breaking pitch. Swing and miss. 1 down in the inning. That'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Pitching coach out there to have a word with Ashby on how to attack Hernandez. Yeah, shout out to the Dodgers, Peanuts, BNS. I don't know if you heard my hack, bro. You could actually find those bags at Dollar Tree. I found the regular bags. I found the hot nuts bags, the Cajun bag, or the Cajun flavor. And I just recently have found the dill pickle flavor, excuse me. I'll show you the bag right now. I got them at Dollar Tree for $1.25, brother. So look at your local Dollar Tree. Save yourself the $9, $10 at Dodger Stadium. Get them at Dollar Tree instead for $1.25. Oh, you did? Says Be Nonstop. Attaboy. Yeah. That's what you do. Or Walmart. Yeah, get them for cheaper. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Contreras again. Ball 1 to Teoscar Hernandez. 1-1 ball game, top of the 7th. Miguel Rojas, the runner at first. Teoscar Hernandez, the hitter here in the top of the 7th for the Dodgers. Tie ball game. 1-0 pitch from Ashby. Check swing. No swing. Count goes to 2 balls, no strikes. Teoscar able to check his swing. Rightfully called no swing. 2-0 pitch. Another check swing. This time, home plate umpire said he went around on the swing. Ay, caray. Two balls, one strike to count. Pitch is low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Shohei Ohtani on deck for the Dodgers. Three-one pitch to Teoscar. In the dirt, ball 4. And the Dodgers have him at second and first with 1 out here in the 7th. Ohtani coming up. E-Dog calling for the green light. Well, it was 3-1, brother. It was a hitter's pitch. But that pitch was spiked in the dirt for ball 4. Now the Dodgers have him at second and first. And there it is. Teoscar will make way for Hae-Sam Kim, who comes out of the bench to pinch run for Teoscar. So good at bat by Teoscar to work that walk. And now Shohei Ohtani will be the hitter for LA with runners at second and first. 1 out here to the top of the 7th. First pitch to Shohei. First pitch swinging, fouls it off for strike 1. Shohei Ohtani is so animated on those foul balls. Might have gotten something in that eye. Looks like he's good. Shohei, stop, bro. So animated, Shohei. It's like he knows he's being filmed, which he is. No balls, 1 strike to count to Shohei. Pitch outside at 100. Contreras tells Ashby to chill the fuck out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohtani on a breaking pitch and a good one for Ashby to get that swing and miss. Pitch was low and in the dirt. Look at this. Well, we're not seeing the there's a replay. Budo swing and miss on a breaking pitch spiked in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Ohtani. Dodgers with runners at second and first and 1 out. Go ahead run at second for the Dodgers. Ashby from the stretch now sets his 1-2 pitch to Ohtani. Does Miggy Rowe go to third? Did Miggy Rowe steal third? Yes, he did. Usteri takes second. Oh, that's Kim. Kim takes second. And the Dodgers flashing the wheels here. Double steal. And now the Dodgers have 2 runners in scoring position. And another block by Contreras. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Shohei. Nice block by Contreras considering there's a runner at third. Here we go, full count. Runners at second and third, 1 down. 3-2 the count. Infield playing in. Ball in the dirt again, and Shohei Ohtani works the walk to load them up here in the top of the 7th for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts will be the hitter, and Pat Murphy has seen enough. I don't think Murphy's going to talk to this guy. He's going to come out with the hook. I think he's seen enough. He'll bring in the right-hander Mears to take on Mookie Betts. Pitching change at American Family Field. Hold up! Oh, man. All right, things just got that much interesting for the Dodgers here in the 7th. So new pitcher for the Brewers. The Dodgers have loaded the bases up with 1 out. Nick Mears will be the new pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. Right-handed pitcher. Nick Mears will be pitching to Mookie Betts with the bases loaded and 1 out. So go ahead run for the Dodgers, 90 feet away. But they have loaded them up. Again, happy Wednesday going out to everybody. 1:15 out here in the West Coast. Thank you so much for being here. We're watching ourselves a nice, close game between the Brewers and the Dodgers in the series finale, where the Dodgers are trying to avoid and snap a 5-game losing streak. And here we go. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts steps up to the plate for the Dodgers. Nick Mears, new pitcher in his 40th game, 1-2 record, 2.50 on that ERA. It'll be Nick Mears versus Mookie Betts with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Mookie Betts 0 for 3. Has him loaded. First pitch, breaking pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Mookie Betts' career numbers with the bases loaded in 112 at-bats, batting .324 with 6 grand slams. This season, he's 2 for 5 with the bases juiced. 1-0 pitch to Mookie. Check swing. No swing. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Will Smith on deck for the Dodgers. Oh man, Mookie Betts just was able to hold it barely. Ay caray. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Mookie Betts gets a hold of one. This one's going to left, and this one will be caught. Here comes Miggy Rowe tagging up. Dodgers retake the lead. 2-1 here in the 7th. Mookie Betts with a sacrifice fly RBI. Good productive out by Mookie Betts to drive in Rojas. And the Dodgers have themselves a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 7th, still in business with runners at second and first. Will Smith will be the hitter. Mears, first pitch to Smith. Inside, ball 1. Will Smith 0 for 3 with 2 lineouts and a ground out. 1-0 pitch. Lined foul to the left side. Count goes even to Will Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and first with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch to Will Smith. Smith swings and misses. 97 mile per hour from Nick Mears to get that swing and miss. Gets ahead of the count to Will Smith. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This season with runners in scoring position, Will Smith batting .413, which is good for first in the majors. Will Smith with the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking pitch, low and away. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Will Smith has been clutch all season long so far for the Dodgers, especially with runners in scoring position. Will Smith will call a timeout. No, he won't. It's an engagement call, a warning by the home plate umpire to the pitcher, Nick Mears. Two pitch. Pitch outside, taken for ball 3. Count's going to go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And with runners at second and first and 2 outs, runners will be off to the races. Freddie Freeman on deck. Nick Mears with the payoff pitch. Coming up to Will Smith. Runners go. Pitch is low, ball 4, and the Dodgers have reloaded the bases here in the 7th. Will Smith with a 2-out walk. And the bases are juiced again. Freddie Freeman coming up. Freddie Freeman today for the Dodgers has a walk. He's 0 for 2. Has him juiced here. Freddie Freeman, first pitch swinging, comes up empty. Strike 1. Pitch right down the pipe, and Freddie missed it. Mears with the 0-1. Freddie looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. Count goes even. Career numbers for Freddie Freeman with the bases loaded, batting .347. Kim at third, Ohtani at second, Will Smith at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch to Freddie. Freddie pops this one foul. Nick Mears ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers have already cashed in 1 here in the 7th, and they are looking for more. One-two pitch. Breaking pitch low, just barely. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Freeman. Boy, that was close, but definitely low. Rightfully called the ball. 2-2 pitch to Freddie. Freddie with a foul ball to the right side, and let's do it again. Two pitch. Freddie climbs a ladder. Pops this one up foul to the net. Count stays even. Nick Mears again with his 2-2 pitch to Freddie Freeman. Ground ball. Nick Mears covers first in time to get Freddie for the 3rd out, but the Dodgers leave them loaded, but they do get a run to take a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 7th. Oh, man. Dodgers look like they had a big opportunity there to try to break this game open, and they're not able to do it now. They do take the lead 2-1, but Freddie Freeman leaves them loaded with a slow roller to the first baseman. And they're only able to cash in 1. But most importantly, the Dodgers do take the lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Coming up for the Brewers, it'll be third baseman Caleb Durbin, first baseman Jake Bowers, and then the shortstop Joey Ortiz. Bottom third of the Brewer lineup coming up. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Brewers. Brewers chasing 1 as this game goes to the bottom of the 7th. So stretch time at American Family Field. And it looks like, okay, so defensive switches. Hae-Sam Kim remains in the game as a center fielder. So Alman out. Remember, Alman got pinch hit for Teoscar Hernandez. Once Teoscar drew the walk, Kim came out to pinch run for him. And now he stays in the ball game, out in center field. Ben Kasparius will be the new pitcher to pitch the bottom of the 7th for the Dodgers. So Ben Kasparius takes over on the bump. And the Dodgers take themselves a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th. And at the very least, the Dodgers do get the lead. 2-1 Bottom of the 7th we go. And credit Miguel Rojas for starting that inning off with an infield single. So that was huge for the Dodgers. Ben Kasperius in his 27th game, 6-3 record, 4.68 on that ERA. Takes over here in the bottom of the 7th for the Dodgers. Dodger pitcher Ben Kasperius will be going up against the third baseman for the Brewers, Caleb Durbin. You see Ha-Seong Kim out there in center field as he stays in the game. First pitch from Durbin from Kasperius, breaking pitch in there called a strike. Caleb Durbin today 0 for 1 with the walk for the Brewers. Hitting .249, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs. Breaking pitch low, no swing. Count goes even, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Check swing upstairs. They're going to call this a swing. Caleb Durbin not able to check his swing. Went around. Now here's the 1-2 pitch from Kasperius. Durbin fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. First baseman for the Brewers, Jake Bauers on deck. One-two pitch. Popped foul. Count stays the same. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is a ground ball to Miggy Rowe, and he airmails it past Freddie Freeman. And what do we have here? Wow, Miggy Rowe was all over the place. He does make the stop, but getting up off balance, made an off balance throw over to first. Dave Roberts, check your fly. Oh my goodness. Miggy Rowe just with an airmail. And they thought maybe Durbin had made the turnover to second. If that's the case, Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers might have a case. See if he goes, does this momentum shift him to second? Because if it does, you see Freddie Freeman tag him, he should be out. Does he go to second? Oh, that's close. It looked like he turned. Let's see if the Dodgers may want to check this. Is this a reviewable play? Not sure if the Dodgers are going to be able to check this. See Lehman on the horn. And no, they will not check. So Brewers with a leadoff. They're going to call it a single. Oh, my God. You see what I mean? That should have been an error. Official scorer out there in Milwaukee calls it a single. So runner at first with an infield single, Caleb Durbin. He's the runner at first. Jake Bauers, 1-0 pitch coming up from Caleb. As that one is popped up. Right center. Who's calling for this? Kim will make the catch. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Ben Kasperius gets Jake Bauers to fly out for the first out. That'll bring up the shortstop for the Brewers, Joey Ortiz. Durbin stays put at first. Uh-oh, pinch hitter coming in. Hold up. Who's it? Siegler. Who's this? Pinch hitter Anthony Siegler replaces Joey Ortiz. So Anthony Siegler comes in. Mark Pryor out there to have a word with Ben Kasperius to figure out how to attack Anthony Siegler, who will be pinch hitting in the 9th hole for the Brewers. Left-handed hitter, Siegler. Two 2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 7th. All right, looks like we're ready to resume play here. Runner at first for the Brewers. One down. Pinch hitter Anthony Siegler coming in. Durbin, the runner at first for the Brewers. Slaps the helmet back on. Anthony Siegler hitting from the left side for the Brewers. Ben Kasperi's from the stretch. First pitch to Siegler. Up and away, ball 1. Leadoff hitter for the Brewers, Sal Frelick on deck. 1-0 pitch. And there goes Durbin. Throw to second. And they call him out. Not sure the Brewers are going to want to watch the replay as of right now. Durbin is called out. What a tag by Mookie. Strong throw by Will Smith, but that tag from Mookie placed on the back of Durbin. In time to get him. 2 down. Oh, what a tag by Mookie Betts. And that's a foul ball by Siegler as Kasperius gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. Looks like you got 3 pitchers out there in the bullpen. It's only 2. 1-2 pitch. Pitch in the dirt by Kasperius. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kasperius with the 2-2 pitch. Siegler pops this one up to Kim. Kim will make the catch. Inning over for the Brewers. This game goes to the 8th. Dodgers with a 2-1 lead. Another look at that tag from Mookie. What a throw by Smith. Dodgers on top. Oh, boy. So Dodgers making the plays there in the 7th that they need to make to get themselves out of a potential jam. Credit Will Smith and Mookie Betts for catching Durbin trying to jack second. Will Smith threw him out. So this game goes to the top of the 8th. Coming up for the Dodgers, Andy Pages, Tommy Edman, Miguel Rojas. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Dodgers. All right, they're in the top of the 8th in Chicago. The White Sox with a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jays. They're trying to hold on. Bottom of the 3rd in San Francisco. The Phillies off to a 1-0 lead over the Giants. And like I said, everything else a little later. All right, defensive substitutions for the Brewers. Andrew Monasterio replaces Anthony Siegler. He'll be batting 9th, playing shortstop. And new pitcher for the Brewers, Grant Anderson replaces Nick Mears. Grant Anderson will pitch the top of the 8th for Milwaukee. All right, guys. Puro Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. Watching another good one here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying the call. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for lurking. Appreciate you guys. I see you, Espiritu. Thank you for being here. There's Grant Anderson, right-handed pitcher, taking over in the top of the eighth in his 40th game, 1-3 record, 2.82 on that ERA. Andy Pages, the hitter. First pitch swinging, Pages, line drive to first baseman Jake Bowers, who makes the catch. And Anderson, one pitch, one out here in the eighth. Tommy Edman coming up. Tommy Edman, 0 for 3, 2 lineouts and a groundout. Dodgers trying to add to that 2-1 lead here in the top of the eighth. First pitch swinging, fouls it back, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. That one just fouled off by Tommy Edman, and he's quickly in the hole against Anderson. No balls, 2 strikes. Jared Koenig warming up in the Brewer bullpen. Ground ball to second baseman Terang, who throws out second baseman Edman. 2 down here in the eighth. Yes, Pitu. Yes, the Athletics had an inside the park home run last night, and the Giants had an inside the park walk-off home run. Crazy, right? Just crazy. And yeah, you're right. Both NorCal teams, the Athletics and the Giants, chipping in on that. All right, Miggy Rowe with a base hit to center field. 2-out single for the Dodgers here in the eighth. So Miguel Rojas with back-to-back singles now for the Dodgers. He's the runner at first with 2 down. Miggy Rowe ambushing that first pitch. And he's able to float it all to center field for a 2-out single. Michael Conforto coming off the bench for Dave Roberts, and we might have a counter move here by the Brewers. See if Pat Murphy goes out there to bring in the left-hander. It looks like he will be bringing in the left-hander. Koenig. It looks like Dave Roberts is sticking with Michael Conforto. Okay. So pitching change for 2 outs, or pitching change with 2 outs for the Brewers. All right, it is now 2-0 Phillies over the Giants, top of the fourth. So Phillies now with a 2-0 lead over the Giants up there in Frisco. And again, Jared Koenig would be the new pitcher for the Brewers, left-handed pitcher, set to face pinch hitter Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto will be pitching for Yastiri Reese. So new pitcher on the bump for the Brewers, taking over with 2 outs here in the top of the eighth. Jared Koenig will be pitching against Michael Conforto with 2 outs. Dodgers have a runner at first. Miguel Rojas. We got himself a 2-out single here in the 8th. Now Michael Conforto pinch hitting for Yastiri Reese. Lefty-lefty matchup for Koenig. First pitch from the left-hander. Starts him off with strike 1. Pitch looked low, but was called a strike. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back by Michael Conforto, who finds himself in the hole quickly against Koenig. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night now, Conforto. Inning over for the Dodgers. To the bottom of the 8th we go, 2-1 LA. So Koenig just came in through 3 pitches, struck out Michael Conforto just like that. And the Dodgers leave a runner stranded to end off the top of the 8th. So to the bottom of the 8th we go, coming up for the Brewers. It'll be the top of the lineup. Sal Frelick, William Contreras, Jackson Chourio. Hold up. I thought I would be hangry by now, but no, I think the quality of the game has kind of gotten my mind off of food. Now, I'll admit, I am not hungry yet. It's almost, we're about 20 minutes away from 2 o'clock out here in the West Coast. Still working on that fast. So far, so good. I will be eating after the game, though, regardless. All right, bottom of the 8th we go. 2-1 Dodgers. Ben Kasperi is back on the bump for LA. Michael Conforto stays in the ballgame. He'll be in left field for Yastiri Reese. All right, Sal Frelick leading things off for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 8th. Ben Kasperi with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count of Frelick. Frelick 0 for 3 today's ball game. The 1-1 from Kasperi. Popped up. This one will go out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch. Pitches upstairs at 96, misses. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Frelick got hit by Kasperi. And that'll get a runner at first base to begin the bottom of the 8th for the Brewers. Oh, man, just nicked him. Nicked the jersey, the hanging part of the jersey, right above the belt line. And Frelick is awarded first. William Contreras, the hitter. Pitch inside, called the ball. So the Brewers now with the tying run on the base pads. William Contreras today 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Tanner Scott, left-handed pitcher, warming up in the Dodger bullpen. The 1-0 to Contreras. Popped up. Oh, and Contreras slams his bat in disgust as he flies out to right field for the first out. Yeah, Contreras was not too happy with that. As soon as he popped up, he's like, you got to be kidding me. Bam. 1 down. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Contreras, stop. Oh, no. You've already killed the bat. Ay, caray. Jackson Chourio, the hitter. Strike 1. Chourio 0 for 3 with a flyout and 2 strikeouts. Oh, 1 pitch. Pitch low and away. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Chourio. Ay, caray, Saint. I feel like we rarely see little dugout blow-ups by the hitters. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled off. Casparius or Casparius gets ahead of the count to Chourio. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was a bat's fault. Saint, that's obviously all frustration. Obviously, he had grounded out 3 times, and then he weakly flew out to right field. So that's all frustration right there from Contreras. Understood. All right, 1-2 pitch. Pitch upstairs, misses. Misses high. Count goes even to Chourio. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Christian Yelich on deck for the Brewers. 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Chourio able to check his swing as Sal Frelick takes second. Frelick jacks second. Tommy Edman messing around with Frelick, telling him to go back, telling the ump to send him back. Yeah, that was a big jump by Frelick, and once Will Smith was not able to come up with the ball cleanly, Frelick easily took second. And Dave Roberts will take out Ben Casparius. He'll be bringing in the left-hander, Tanner Scott, to face the lefty, Yelich. Pitching change in Milwaukee. All right. So there is 1 out. Or wait a minute. Did he take him out mid-pitch? No. No, again, Jackson Chourio ended up striking out. Oh, wait a minute. They called Chourio out on they called it a swing. I thought he checked the swing. Wow. What? I'm bugging out here. Okay, so it's a swing. Let's give him the swing. All right, there's the swing. And again, it didn't look like Chourio went around, but I guess he did according to the whole, I don't know what ump rung him up, but somebody rung him up. So it is a strikeout of Chourio. So there's going to be 2 outs. Runner at second for the Brewers. Left-hander Christian Yelich will be facing the left-hander Tanner Scott, who just got called into the game by Dave Roberts. So lefty-lefty matchup for Tanner Scott against Christian Yelich, with the tying run in scoring position for the Brewers. Okay, I think I'm all caught up now. Ay, caray. And if you're the Dodgers, you're hoping for a good outing here from Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott in his 43rd game for the Dodgers, 1-2 record. 3.76 on that ERA. Sal Frelick, the runner at second, with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Yelich, who goes up the middle. Mookie Betts, throw to first in time. Yelich retired. Inning over for the Brewers. Tanner Scott, 1 pitch, 1 out. Let's go to the ninth. 2-1 Dodgers. Just like that, man. Tanner Scott comes in, throws 1 pitch, gets the 3rd out, and caps it off for the Brewers there in the bottom of the 8th. So to the 9th we go, coming up for the Dodgers. It'll be Hae-Sam Kim, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, 9-1-2 doo-up. Be nonstop. Let's go. Oh, and be nonstop. I saw your comment earlier. FYI, the trading deadline will be July 31st. Just an FYI. And I'm just like you. I wonder what the Dodgers are going to do, if anything. Remember at the beginning of the season or during the off season when the Dodgers were making all these money moves. Who was it? I think it was Andrew Friedman who had mentioned, "Hey, I'm making the moves now, so I don't have to do them in the trade deadline." So we'll see if that holds true. So July 31st. And again, the last game of the first half will be Sunday for all the teams. And then the All-Star break will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. But I'm sure all teams resume for sure by Friday. And with that said, we do plan on. I'm contemplating on the home run derby this year. I might hold off for the All-Star game. Remember last year, obviously with the participation of Teoscar Hernandez, I was like, oh yeah, I want to see that. But we'll see. Not sure yet. Top of the 9th we go. 2-1 Dodgers. Hae-Sam Kim, the hitter, showing bunt. Pulls back, takes a strike. Koenig back on the bump for the Brewers. Against Hae-Sam Kim. See if he shows bunt again. Swinging away. That's a ground ball. First baseman Jake Bauers. And Kim will be safe as he beats Bauers to the bag. Kim flexing the speed there as he beats Jake Bauers to the bag at first. It was a hot shot over to first, deep out there by Jake Bauers, who makes a stop, but he cannot beat Kim to the bag. And he was expecting Koenig to be there, and he was never there. Oh, yeah. Kim beat him. Runner at first for the Dodgers. Infield single for Kim. Here's Shohei. Take strike 1. Shohei Ohtani with a couple of walks, an RBI. So he hasn't got any hits, but he has gotten some big walks for the Dodgers today. Being on top got reminded of the Yankees in that play. Yes, it did. Reminiscent of that World Series game against the Yankees, right, brother? Yes, sir. All right, Shohei Ohtani will call the timeout as he's in the hole against Koenig. No balls, 2 strikes. Mookie Betts on deck for the Dodgers. 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 9th. 0-2 pitch to Shohei. Kim back to the bag on that pickoff attempt. Nothing doing there for the Brewers. Koenig sets. 0-2 pitch. Ohtani swings and misses on a pitch up and in. Strikes out. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 9th. Big punch out by Koenig to strike out Shohei. Budo swing and miss. Mookie Betts will be the hitter, but Pat Murphy will make the move. Most likely will bring in a right-hander from the bullpen. Pitching change at American Family Field. Hold up! All right, so another pitching change by the Brewers. We'll see who they bring out. Yes, be nonstop. Dodgers need cushion. You're right. Cushion. Cushion. It's like open sesame and it's not working. Cushion? It's not working. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Oh, so choppy. So bad. Yeah, it's really choppy. I think the streaming computer is running a bit low. It usually runs slow when it's hot. I'm not gonna front. Studio garage, a little hot right now. It's like a sauna. I'm not gonna front. It is what it is. I'm just glad you guys get to hear me and not feel me. You know what I mean? You guys don't get to feel my studio garage, thankfully. All right, pitching change. Abner Uribe will replace Jared Koenig. Right-handed pitcher Abner Uribe will be pitching to Mookie Betts with the runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 9th. I see you be nonstop. All right, Mookie Betts will be the hitter with the runner at first, 1 out for the Dodgers. New pitcher for the Brewers, Abner Uribe, in his 45th ball game, 2-1 record, 2.05 ERA. Dodgers looking for some cushion here in the top of the 9th. They do have a runner at first in Hae-Sam Kim. Mookie Betts to the box. First pitch from Uribe. Mookie pops this one up. Contreras gives it a look. This one will go foul, out of play. Strike 1 to Mookie. I don't think the Cubs are in third, brother. I don't know where you saw that be nonstop. But no, Cubs still in first. I don't know if they're slumping. They might be, but they are definitely not in third. 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. And Mookie Betts in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes against Uribe. No, I don't know where you saw that be nonstop. Cubs have been holding down the first place in the National League Central for a while now. I'm not sure where you saw that. Interesting. Where do you get your sources from? Check swing by Mookie. On a pitch low and outside. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Will Smith on deck for the Dodgers. Kim with his lead over at first. Check at first. Kim back to the bag. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, just for reference, be nonstop, the Cubs do have a 2.5 game lead up on the Brewers. So it is a close race out there in the Central as Uribe goes back to first. Now, that's the second time he goes to try to pick off Kim. Next time he goes, he's got to pick him off, or if not, they will call a balk. So we'll see if Kim gets aggressive here. No, he stays. And that pitch is low and away. Count goes full to Mookie Betts. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Kim goes. Mookie with a ground ball to third. That one's picked. Throw to first in time to get Mookie, but Kim gets to second. Kim was off on the pitch. Durbin makes the play over at first to get Mookie Betts for the second out. That'll bring up Will Smith with a runner in scoring position. On Sunday night's game, ESPN, ESPN Whether you saw correctly or not, but ESPN, they're the equivalent of a casual baseball fan, bro. I wouldn't trust them. Freddie Freeman on deck for the Dodgers. 2-1 ball game. Will Smith now the hitter against Uribe. No, I don't think they were right being on stop. Again, the Cubs have not been out of first place for a long time now, man. They've been holding down first place. Like I said, they only have a 2.5 game lead on the Brewers, but they've been holding down the first place spot in the NL Central for a while now. You might have heard wrong, I would guess. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. All right, 3 balls, no strikes. Uribe falls behind to Will Smith. Oh, all good, be nonstop. I'll try to fact check it for you, bro. I'll check Google. If you have questions, let me know, man. I'll be more than happy to check. All right, there's a strike. Will Smith taking all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike. But yeah, anything that you hear be nonstop, let me know, bro. And I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I think I heard that. Or you know what? I don't think that's true. I'll try to fact check it for you, bro. Not a problem. All right, 3-1 pitch. And that one hits the inside corner. Count now goes full to Will Smith. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Freddie Freeman on deck for the Dodgers. Runner at second. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Dodgers looking for that cushion here, huh? Will Smith's like, hold up. Not yet. Calls a timeout. Steps out of the box. Retightens those batting gloves. Picks up the bat. Little practice swing. Checks back in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Abner Uribe sets his payoff pitch to Will Smith. Oh, pitch low outside. Called strike 3. Will Smith got caught by surprise. Inning over for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Brewers. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 9th, man. Man, that pitch looked low and outside. And home plate umpire rung up Will Smith, who did not like that call, as he quickly turned around and was like, what? All right, man. Coming up in the bottom of the 9th for the Brewers, it'll be Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, and Caleb Durbin. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Brewers in the bottom of the 9th. And you got to think Tanner Scott is going to stay in that ballgame to try to close it down and get the save for the Dodgers. All right, so there is finally one final. The White Sox held off the Blue Jays. That's an upset. Blue Jays have been hot as of late. First place in the NL East. They overtook the Yankees. Now, that's one team beat nonstop that did get overtaken in first place. The Yankees. They got overtaken by the Blue Jays. But the White Sox beat them today, 2-1. They beat the Blue Jays today. Wow. And they are in the bottom of the 5th in San Francisco. The Giants are losing to the Phillies 2-0. And they're about to get started in Detroit. Tigers, Rays about to get it on. Everything else a little later today. So we're all caught up as this game is going to the bottom of the 9th. Remember, Dodgers are trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. And they have a chance to do it. They just need 3 outs. And try to savor a game out there in Milwaukee to avoid the sweep. All right, here we go. Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott trying to close things out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the ninth. 2-1 ball game. Isaac Collins, the hitter. One-handed swing, pops this one up. This one goes out of play. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Happy wife with the check-in. Happy wife. Little too late. I mean, we're in the bottom of the ninth. 2-1 ball game. Dodgers trying to snap that 5-game losing streak. Walk them in. Little too late. Let's see if the Dodgers can finish it off here. We don't want this game to go extras. That pitch is up and away from Tanner Scott. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, well, you know what? Let's not even think that way. Let's see if Tanner Scott can shut it down here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Isaac Collins. That one's fouled back. Count remains even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Happy wife thought it was Pacific time. Oh, the 2 o'clock start? It was 2 o'clock, 2:10 Eastern, 11:10 Pacific. Happy wife. I don't know if I could accept that as an excuse. All right, Bryce Terang and Isaac Collins with a line drive base hit to left field. Tying run at first base for the Brewers. Isaac Collins with a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the ninth. Bryce Terang will be the hitter. Lefty-lefty matchup for Tanner Scott. First pitch to Terang. In there for strike 1 from Scott. No detention, happy wife. No detention. No, you're good. Check swing. That's a swing. All right, swing not working. Okay, there it goes. All slow. Slow swing. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Terang. Pitch from Scott. Swing and a miss on a pitch. Spiked in the dirt. 1 down as Terang goes down swinging. It's a big punch out by Tanner Scott to get Terang. That pitch was spiked in the dirt. Terang definitely overmatched there in that at-bat. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Caleb Durbin, the hitter. 2-1 ball game. Dodgers on top. Dodgers trying to snap that 5-game losing streak. And that's another base hit to left field by the Brewers. Tying run. Scoring position over at second now. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth for the Brew Crew. Jake Bowers will be the hitter. Hold up! No, the Brewers are going with a pinch hitter. They're bringing out Andrew Vaughn. Mark Pryor out there to have a word with Tanner Scott on how to attack Andrew Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn this series 2 for 5 with a home run, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs. New member of the Brewers, Andrew Vaughn. The Brew. Andrew Vaughn this season in 50 games, banging a .195, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Tying run at second base for the Brewers. Lou Trevino warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Mad Beats. Mad Beats with the resub. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Welcome in. Chin Music episode 69. Shout out to Mad Beats popping in and resubbing. Appreciate the support, brother. Thank you. All right, 2 on, 1 out for the Brewers. First pitch to Vaughn. That's a broken bat. Base hit! The Brewers will tie this ball game up 2-2. And now the Brewers have the winning run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the ninth. What is that? 3 consecutive base hits off of Tanner Scott. Broken bat single. Broken bat single by Andrew Vaughn ties this ball game up at 2. Brewers not going out without a fight. Caleb Durbin goes from first to third as he now becomes the winning run for the Milwaukee. Runners on the corners, one down. Dave Roberts, what are we doing? Dave Roberts going up the steps. Are we going to call a timeout? Nope. Andrew Monasterio now the hitter. Showing bunt. Pitch is low. Ball one. That's a safety bunt. Oh, my goodness. We have ourselves a tie ball game. Now, happy wife, I'm almost close to blaming you now. Coming all late, calling your shot. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think that's what's going to happen. You don't get detention, happy wife, but if the Dodgers somehow lose this one, happy wife, you're going to be blamed for it. That's even worse, right? Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Happy wife, I'm out. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch coming up to Andrew Monasterio. Winning run 90 feet away for the Brewers. Scott's 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Tanner Scott with the punch out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Huge punch out by Tanner Scott to get Monasterio. And again, with Sal Frelick, Dave Roberts wanting the infield for a bunt. Sal Frelick looks at a breaking pitch from Scott for strike 1. Nah, Mad Beats. You're good, brother. Trust. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tanner Scott climbs a ladder. Frelick tries to go up there. Comes up empty with that swing and miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Tanner Scott has him in the hole. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, and let's do it again. Tanner Scott trying to send this game into extra innings. It's a 2-2 ball game. Brewers have them in the corners with 2 outs. Winning run 90 feet away for the Brewers. Scott's 0-2 pitch. Sal Frelick fouls it off. At bat continues. Oh my goodness, Frelick just got a piece of it to foul it off. Scott again from the stretch sets his 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. Second baseman Tommy Edman underhand flip in time to Freddie Freeman to get Frelick for the 3rd out. And this game goes into extras. To the 10th we go, all tied up at 2. Ay, caray. Oh my goodness. All right, man. I need to walk outside real quick. First of all, it's hot. Second of all, I'm starting to get hungry. Third of all, I got to get ready for extras. Holy moly, hold up. All right, Trevor McGill, new pitcher for the Brewers, 35 game, 1-2 record, 2.48 on that ERA. 2-2 ball game. As Trevor McGill is now on the bump. Here in the top of the 10th, Freddie Freeman coming up to bat. Will Smith, remember, I almost forgot about the ghost runner. All right, Will Smith will be the ghost runner over at second. So go ahead and run at second in scoring position for the Dodgers to begin the top of the 10th. Freddie Freeman today, 0 for 3 with the walk. Excess, what a ball game. You ain't kidding, brother. Jeez. McGill's first pitch to Freddie. 100-mile-per-hour heater. Blows it right past Freddie down the pipe. Strike one. El Otro Saints running out of popcorn. Ay, caray. 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled off by Freddie as he's quickly in the hole against Miguel. No balls, 2 strikes. Kirby Yates warming up in the Dodger bullpen. 0-2 pitch to Freddie. Freddie grounds it foul. At-bat continues for him. Pitch up and in. Freddie's able to foul it off. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. McGill from the stretch. Kicks and fires. It's a breaking pitch low. Taken for ball 1 by Freddie. 1-2 the count. Ay, caray, Saint. Will Smith, the runner at second. Freddie with another foul ball. Trying to hang in there. Andy Pye is on deck for the Dodgers. McGill asks for a new ball. Tosses the other one. Dave Roberts now standing up. 1-2 pitch to Freddie. Freddie swings and misses on a pitch outside. Strikes out for the first out here in the top of the 10th. Freddie Freeman just looks overmatched. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Shouts to Julian. We got his hair bleached. Getting ready for tomorrow's ball game. Here's Baez. Strike 1 for Miguel. McGill. You don't go on Wednesdays? You go on the weekends then, Saint? Is that what it is? All right, 0-1 pitch to Andy Baez. Baez fouls that one back, and he's in the hole against Miguel. No balls, 2 strikes. We're all tied up. 2-2, top of the 10th. Brewers tied in the bottom of the 9th. Now Will Smith, the go-ahead run for the Dodgers, over at second with 1 out here in the 10th. Andy Baez, the hitter. Miguel's 0-2 pitch. Inside at 101. Andy Baez, watch the cock. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Andy Baez. 1-2 pitch. Baez swings and misses. 100-mile-per-hour heater from McGill. Second punch out of the ball game. Second punch out of the inning. 2 down here in the 10th. Strikes out Freddie. Now strikes out Andy Baez. Tommy Edman now hitting from the left side against the right-hander McGill. Will Smith still at second, but now with 2 outs here in the 10th. Strike 1 to Tommy Edman. Edman 0 for 4, 2 lineouts, 2 groundouts. Some would say he's due. 0-1 pitch to Tommy Edman. Outside corner, and McGill has Tommy Edman in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. McGill has gotten ahead of almost every hitter I believe every hitter he's faced. He at least has had him 0-2. Here's his 0-2 pitch to Tommy Edman. Edman strikes out! Inning over for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 10th we go. Brewers will try to walk it off. And it looks like Kirby Yates will come into the ball game. And again, Tanner Scott ends up blowing the save opportunity in the bottom of the 9th. Brewers tied up 2-2 in the 10th with the ghost runner in scoring position. McGill strikes out the side. And now the Brewers, with the ball in their court, will have a chance to walk it off. Just like that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Not looking good because it's going to be Frederick. Oh, Frelick. Sal Frelick. Yeah, Kirby yikes, says the Espiritu. Damn. All right, coming up for the Brewers. Yeah, they will have Sal Frelick at second. Wilson Contreras, Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, the 2, 3, 4 hitters, will have the chance to try to drive them in and walk that game off for the Brewers. It's not looking good, guys, but you got to have faith somehow, some way. See if Kirby Yates could somehow get himself out of this bottom of the 10th. 2-2 tied. Bottom of the 10th. Kirby Yates, new pitcher for the Dodgers. 34th game. 4-2 record. 3.95 on that ERA. The Brewers will have Sal Frelick at second base. He'll be the ghost runner. Wilson Contreras with his first hacks against Kirby Yates. Yeah, you're right, E-Dog. Sal Frelick is a speedy guy. He's already at second base. There he is. Winning run for the Brewers. Over at second. J-Mac with the check-in. What up, J-Mac? All right, here we go. Kirby Yates versus Contreras. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. We're all tied up at 2. William Contreras 0 for 4, 3 groundouts, a flyout, and a broken bat. Ay, caray. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is low. Kirby Yates falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Kirby Yates in trouble here. Hitter's pitch coming up to Contreras. 2-0. Popped them up. Center field Kim. At the track will make the catch. Sal Frelick will tag from second to third. And now the Brewers have the winning run 90 feet away with 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. Jackson Chourio will be the hitter. And we'll see if Dave Roberts decides to walk him to try to set up the double play. Wouldn't be the worst thing to try to walk him. You're taking chances with Chourio, who's 0 for 4 with a flyout and 3 punch-outs. First pitch from Yates. Pitch outside. Ball 1 to Chourio. And you see the infield, shortstop second, playing in. 1-0 pitch. Jackson Churio with a base hit to left field. Brewers walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. 3-2. They sweep the Dodgers. Dodgers have now lost 6 in a row. I'm about to pass out. In the words of my dad, se la sacaron de la bolsa. Oh, my God. Oh, man. And it continues. Jackson Churio pierces it right through the infield. Scores in South Free Lake to win it 3-2-10. Oh, my gosh. Now I'm hungry. Now my head hurts. Oh, my goodness. So bad. Oh, now that's a devastating loss right there, man. Dodgers not able to hold a 2-1 lead. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, when you're struggling, man, that's how these games go. Jeez. Ooh. 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 19? That's not going to cut it. Shoot. Holy moly, guys, this is bad. Well, thank you, Espiritu. Thank you for that. The Giants are losing 4-0 at the very least. There's that. Yeah, you're right, Espiritu. And speaking of the Giants, the Dodgers now will have the day off tomorrow, and they will get ready to head on over to San Francisco. You don't think the Giants are hopped up to play the Dodgers? They're only, as of right now, they're 5 games behind of first place, and that's going to be a ruckus crowd out there in San Francisco, knowing that the Dodgers are coming limping to Oracle Park, having lost 6 in a row now. And, man, get ready for those beat LA chants. Holy moly. Yeah, Dodgers cannot wait for the All-Star break to come. Can't come soon enough. Wow, Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 69. Hey, real quick, man, regardless of the outcome in this was a very entertaining game, tight game. Wow. But, man, the Dodgers on the losing end of it, on the wrong side of the tracks, if you will. And that is that, guys, straight up. There's not much to say, man. Dodgers, there's not much to say from what we've already been saying through this losing streak, right? Offense needs to get better. The bullpen, the back end of the bullpen with Tanner Scott, this is the second time he gives, not the second time, but, he gave up a big home run against the Houston Astros when the Dodgers were only down 1. Then gives up a big shot. I want to say he probably gave up back-to-back. I don't remember. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Tanner Scott needs to be better, man. When you got a chance to close it down, 2-1 ball game, that's what closers do. They're supposed to close it down, shut it down, and he was not able to put the coffin in the nail. Gets the Brewers off the hook. Brewers end up tying it in the bottom of the 9th, and they end up winning it on Jackson Churio, game-winning base hit, scored in South Free Lake from third base. Brewers win it 3-2-10. Dodgers have now lost 6 in a row, and they get swept out of Milwaukee. Oof. But again, I will remind you guys, Dodgers went limping into last year. They went in limping into the All-Star break as well. They had gotten swept by the Detroit Tigers. I remember that series. I remember it, and the Dodgers were playing bad. Everything was going bad for them. The pitcher, Ramirez, was giving up leads, was giving up ball games. I remember that. That was last year. see similarities right now with the way the Dodgers have been playing, where nothing is going their way. And we saw what happened last year. They were able to turn it around after the All-Star break, get right into the playoffs, and the rest was history there, right? So again, these are the trials and tribulations of a 162-game season. But man, Dodgers need to find a way, and thankfully they have a day off tomorrow to kind of like try to get their minds right and get ready for that big. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be a big 3-game series against the San Francisco Giants over the weekend. That's going to be a big series now. Huge series in my estimation. Regardless of how many games back the Giants are or the Padres are, it now becomes a big series out there at Oracle Park, straight up. All right, let's get you some titles, and then we get ready to rate out. I'm ready to eat, man. Trevor McGill gets credited with the win. Kirby Yates gets credited with the loss. There it is, guys. Those are the finals right there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Be nonstop. Tommy's Burger sounds good. Actually does. All right, man, as we try to find somewhere to rate out to. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel right now. I mean, we're really – that's what winning does, man. Only one win, and you were ready to feel good about going into that series against the Giants. Now you're like, oh, man, will this losing streak ever end? Right? It's just that kind of vibe right now, unfortunately. But, yo, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Dodgers lose a heartbreaker. There's no other way else to put it, man. It was definitely a heartbreaker. Considering that the Dodgers had that lead in the 9th and weren't able to hold on to it, unfortunately. Yeah, the Brewers have been hot. Astros have been hot, and you've seen what good teams that get hot are doing to the Dodgers, straight up. You know? Espiritu, talk to me when you lose 20 out of 21. Espiritu, trying to humble us. I see you, brother. You're right about that, man. We need that day to recover, regroup, and see what all we can do from there. Yep. They'll have the day off tomorrow before heading into San Francisco for the 3-game weekend series against the Giants, man. Get ready for that one. It's going to be ruckus out there for sure. Best believe that. All right, y'all. It's a wrap. All right, y'all. Stick around for the raid. I'm about to go eat. It's time to eat. This was just a gruesome, not a gruesome game, but just a heartbreaker. But nevertheless, other than that, it was a really good game. Despite the fanboy in us, it was a really, really good game, man. It just sucks that the Dodgers, if you're a Dodger fan, sucks that the Dodgers were on the wrong side of it as they got walked off. That's all. All right, y'all. Stick around for the red, man. Let's get weird with EXP TV. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Wednesday. And we hope to see you on one of those games on whether it's Friday or I got a gig on Saturday or Sunday. Friday or Sunday. We'll try to shoot for Friday. That's where it is. Budo Chin Music. We are out, y'all. Dodgers lose. I. Yeah, Mad Love be nonstop. El Otro saying J-Mac, Espiritu, E-Dog, Mad Beats coming in hot with the resub. Happy Wife coming in all late. Hey, this is Happy. Let's put it on Happy Wife. This is Happy Wife's fault. Happy Wife, wherever you're at. This game is your fault for checking in late and trying to call your shot. Ay caray. Shouts to DJ Access, Nat Loves Musica. Fonz for You was here. Everybody else who was lurking. Scott Burke was here as well. Otro Saint be nonstop. Espiritu. I think we got everybody. J-Mac, have a great day, brother. Showed up Nat late. Bait Gizmo was also here, man. Can't forget them. Bait Gizmo was here. Everybody was here, man. Perp Just. All right, stick around for the raid. We are out. Peace. Ay caray.